igram, svaku su vodim ja. Bila ono plavuša, smeće i glavuša, samo neke šopica. Jeli smo šopci, šokaški momci, vrela je naša krv. Lupamo čaše, ljubimo snaše, pijemo do zore. Jeli smo šopci, šokački momci, vrela je naša krv. Lupamo čaše, ljubimo snaše, pijemo do zore. Žica će biti, tambura će biti, a nas neće biti. Vina će biti, drugi će kad biti, nas će zemlja biti. Žica će biti, tambura će biti, a nas neće biti. Vina će biti, drugi će ga biti, nas će zemlja kriti. Si mlad, a sutra brat, uzaluda nada. Ukoliko s tom, bude su s tom, sviram, pjevam sada. Danas si mlad, a sutra brat, uzaluda nada. Ukoliko s tom, bude su zlom, sviram, pjevam sada. Ajde i ti, pjevaj i ti, ostani do zore. Žice su tu, tambure su tu, nema ništa bolje. Ajde i ti, pjevaj i ti, ostani do zore. Žice su tu, tambure su tu, nema ništa bolje. La 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 laj, la 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 laj, la 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 laj, la 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 laj. Dečki iz Pariza, ojla, ojla, mi nismo dečki iz Pariza, ojla, ojla, mi ne znamo šta je kriza, ojla, ojla, mi ne znamo šta je kriza, ojla, ojla. Mi nismo dečki iz Londona, ojla, ojla, mi nismo dečki iz Londona, ojla, ojla, oni piju iz balona, ojla, ojla, oni piju iz balona, ojla, ojla. Mi smo vesli tamburaši, ojla, ojla, mi smo vesli tamburaši, ojla, ojla, mi sviramo da se praši, ojla, ojla, mi sviramo da se praši, ojla, ojla. pada buta vode teče, eno ane, po selu se šeće. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice. Kiša pada skoro tjedan cijeli, eno ane, novu plata bijeli. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice. Kiša pada kiška kola nova, eno ane, ide ispod tova. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice. Joj, Anice, ne daj kišu bez javanice.
Sam tam noći
se sjetim ja, moja Juliška, kako si mene ljubila, kako smo samo ludo plesali, dok su čardaš svirali. Tvoje male slatke čišmice zemlju nisu dirale, nije bilo ljepše curice od tebe golubice. Da su noći te, zvijezde sve nama sjale, pokraj čarda trava polegla, nama pamet pobjegla. Tvoje male slatke čišmice zemlju nisu dirale, nije bilo ljepše curice od tebe golubice. Ajde Julička! Samo Bog to zna, moja Juliška, gdje si sad u čijim snovima, meni srce uvijek zaigra, kada čardaš svira. Tvoje male slatke čišmice zemlju nisu dirale, nije bilo ljepše curice od tebe golubice.
Going back to that. Yes. Over there? I think we could do like 30 seconds at a time. Is that okay?
Zingane moj svi daj mi ti, evo banke, nemoj, sviraj mi ti. Ja ću tebi svirati, ti ćeš mene slušati. Evo banke, cigane moj, sviraj mi ti. Šampan ćemo otvoriti i popiti. Šampan ćemo otvoriti i popiti. A kad dođe onaj čas, šampan otvorit će nas.
Okay, that's too loud. A little bit softer. Thank you. Well, good evening. 5:41 right now at International Village in McKeesport. Broadcasting from Redsey Park. I'm Jay Thurber. I hope you know what your name is. If you don't, you're in big trouble. I don't know either. Ugh, nobody wants to see that. That's a live picture. And I can hear my voice coming back to me. We don't need that either. What do we want to tell you about this evening? Here's your forecast. It's about 75 right now at Redsey Park. They are still saying a chance of showers. I'm not seeing it because the sky is starting to clear up. Overnight, chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and a low of 64. On Thursday, showers possible, chance of thunderstorm. Again, they're saying 20 to 40% chance with a high Thursday of 78. And then I think that's wrong. It says mostly sunny Thursday night. That doesn't make any sense, does it? I don't think that's right. Here, let's fix that. Very unlikely to be sunny on Thursday night. There you go. Better. Okay. Tonight's entertainment, Mikey D and George Batyi are the Strolling Strings. They are, I think, working their way through the seating area right now. And then at 7 o'clock over at the Lions Band Shell, they will have the Amish Outlaws. They're here from Lancaster. I am told they are a very good time. They play all up and down the East Coast as well as in Las Vegas. And my understanding is McKeesport was very excited to get them here, and they bring sort of a crowd of their own. So we think the crowd is going to start to pick up here as we get closer to 7 o'clock. That does mean, however, there is no entertainment up on the main stage this evening, so what we're going to be doing is bringing you some interviews. At 7 o'clock, Tim Coons from the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center will be here. At about 7:45, we'll see Brian Butko, who is an author and historian from the Heinz History Center. And then we are hoping to get a couple other guests in here in the 8 o'clock hour. So, stick with us. Adam Reinhardt and Kristen Kellichenny have been out interviewing people in the booths. Leslie Savisky was interviewing folks yesterday. We've got lots to bring you this year from International Village, but first, we're going to pause to thank our sponsors. Thanks for tuning in to our live broadcast from McKeesport International Village.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Gogenar from the 35th District here at McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with, we'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the old Daily News building.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
And now, back to Renzi Park in McKeesport for live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
We're here with Sergeant LaDawn from the K-9 unit. Sergeant, how are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. A beautiful night for International Village. Can you tell us about the K-9s? You said you have 3, correct?
Yeah, we have 3 patrol dogs that are certified in narcotics as well as patrol capacities.
Names?
Steel is my dog, and then Moxie for Sergeant Tubin, and Lieutenant Weimer has Troop.
All right, and then I see that we have some sweatshirts and t-shirts here for sale, cash or Venmo, and I'm sure you can tell me what the proceeds are going to go for that.
Yeah, so it goes to just maintenance for the dogs, maintenance for our cars, for the police cars as well, because we have to do specialized heat systems for all the cars to make sure that the dogs are safe inside of there. We also go to equipment for the dogs. It's really all for the dogs.
So, as it should be, really. And the $25 for the t-shirts, I believe I was told, and $40 for the sweatshirt?
40 for the sweatshirts, 25 for the t-shirts.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Thank you so much. You as well.
I'm here at Croatia with Bobby. Bobby, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so I see back there that it says Rankin Junior Tamburitzin. So is this the proceeds from the Croatia booth go to the Tamburitzin?
Yep, they make all the food, and the profits go towards our group. We have about almost 30 children in the group, anywhere from like 5 years old up to 19, 20 years old. We do folk dancing and they have music instruction. We practice every Monday night for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we have an annual concert in November, and then every year in early July we do a trip. Like there's it's almost like a convention of all the groups from around the United States, Canada, and Croatia. They meet through the auspices of the Croatian Fraternal Union. We go somewhere every year and we all perform together. So this year was in Cleveland, so the proceeds from this help pay for that. They help pay for costumes, shoes. We just had to buy new shoes for the group. The Alpine gave their handmade leather shoes that we had delivered from Croatia. They just were delivered in late May, early June for our festival performance in July, and each one of those pairs of shoes cost over $100.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
So what we do, this is why we fundraise. 2 years ago, we took all the children to Croatia for a 2-week tour. Any child that wanted to go was taken, airfare, and their 2-week tour was paid for through the group.
That's wonderful. Yeah,
it's all for the good.
And you said that there was a show this November coming up. Where's that at?
It's at Turtle Creek Steam Academy, and that's our annual concert. What day is our concert? November 14th. November 14th. It'll be at 4 p.m. at Turtle Creek Steam Academy. We do a 2-hour show. We do not only Croatian, we do Serbian, we do Bulgarian, Romanian, we do a little bit of everything, and then we have a guest group that comes with us too, and then afterwards we have a reception at the Rankin Croatian House.
I've seen the Tamburitzans before. It is quite a show to see, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, we're like the juniors of those. We're like the little
So could you tell me what are some of the goodies that you have here at your booth, please?
We are doing sarma, which are Croatian, the name for stuffed cabbage. We're doing halushki. We have pierogies. That's one of our signature things. We make pierogies for the longest as I can remember. We actually received 2 awards for the best pierogies in Pittsburgh. These have the pierogi cook-offs. So we still make our pierogies. We're doing chavapi. They're like a little sausage. They're like a skinless sausage with beef and pork and spices. We serve those with homemade bread called lapinja. So we have that. We have honey cakes or medniaci, little baked goods.
I was wondering what those were down there. I was going to ask you.
They don't look like much. They look like a pound cake, but they're delicious. They're honey cakes. So we do those. What else do we have? Our pierogies, sarma, stuffed cabbage, and our pierogies are probably the biggest things we sell. Kibasi and sauerkraut as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those things.
Right, and everything's homemade.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bobby, for your time. You have
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see this mug.
Hi there. We're here with Ashley at the McKeesport Little Theater. Hello. How are you doing today, Ashley?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, can you please tell me what your role is at the Little Theater?
So at McKeesport Little Theater, I am on the board, and I'm also on a couple different committees, and I'm also an actor there.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Sure. Right now we have 2 shows that are coming up. We have 4,000 Miles, that's an adult show. We have auditions coming up for that, and then we have a children's show that's coming up, and it's called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and that's for 5th grade through 12th grade.
Oh, that's wonderful. So if somebody would be interested in acting and getting into it, what could they do?
The best place to look is our Facebook page, and that's McKeesport Little Theater. You can find most of your information there, or our website, McKeesportLittleTheater.com.
And that would be where you could buy tickets as well,
yes,
too.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
All right, thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm here with Marley and Judy. Hi, how are you ladies doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Real good, thanks. And joining us is Dan Lloyd.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, and Dan's the board president. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm tired.
It's warm, so it is kind of, a tiring day. I understand that. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about what the library is promoting here?
So we have some information about just what we offer in general, our programs, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, as well as, library card sign-ups as we're getting closer to Love Your Library Month, which is September. It starts September 1st. And then additionally, something we do at International Village here is we do a used book sale.
And it looks like hardback books are $1, paperbacks $2 for $1, or you could just fill a bag. You have like a tote bag or a plastic bag that somebody can come for. That's what I love to do. Oh, okay, and we'll have Dan highlight this bag here too.
So you see we have our Love Your Library bag.
And September is Love Your Library Month. I do know that it's coming up here soon.
Yes, that is Love Your Library Month for all of Allegheny County libraries, and we are, part of that. We celebrate that, so we'll have some different things going on. We do raffle baskets for that month. We do, we just do special events for it. It's a big deal for us. It's probably one of our biggest things in the year. So.
And do you come here every year for International Village?
Yes, this is my first year here, but we have been here for years now. Yes.
Okay. How about you, Judy? Have you been coming here for a long time too? Are you a volunteer?
I'm on the board as well, yes, and I volunteered to come to the festival and have a lot of fun. Meet a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of book lovers, I'm sure. So thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate your time. Okay?
Thank you.
We're here with Pauline at the History and Heritage Center. Pauline, hi, how are you doing today?
Great to be here at International Village.
Wonderful. Can you tell me, now you had mentioned just a second ago that the tours are free during the village?
Yeah, anybody can stop at the Heritage Center during all the International Village hours, 3 to 9 tonight, Wednesday and Thursday.
That's wonderful.
There's plenty of volunteers up there if anybody would like an official tour, and it's a beautiful center, beautiful exhibits. It's a hidden gem in McKeesport.
Wonderful. And can you tell me a little bit about the Living History Tour?
Sure. Every year for many, many years, they've been having the Living History Tour at the McKeesport Versailles Cemetery. They pick, 5 to 7 people that are buried in the cemetery that have a history or a story. We're from McKeesport, and so they have actors portray the people that they choose. And when you go to the cemetery, it's a weekend in October. It's listed in our events calendar. You kind of go from one little booth or tent to the next, and the actor will tell the story of the person that they're representing. And then on a Thursday following that, they have the same event at the center for people that can't access the cemetery.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful. Now, do you have to register in advance?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, is it free? It's a free admission?
No,
there is a small fee. Okay, but they could go to the website, correct, and take a look, and they can pay on the website, I'm imagining.
Yeah, everything I'm sure is online.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay. I'm here with Cordell at the France booth. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're hanging in there. Beautiful day. How long have you been coming here?
I've been working here for about 6 years. I'm not sure exactly how long this booth's been here, but I've been here for the last 6 years.
Is it a local business or?
We're actually down at the Crow's Nest by the marina.
Oh, okay, great. Can you maybe tell us some of the highlights, some of the goodies that you have, fan favorites here?
Our fan favorite is the fried veggies. Everyone always says they wait all year for the fried veggies. We also have funnel cakes and curly fries, lemonade.
When I walked up, I could smell the fried veggies, and they smell delicious. So I can imagine that it is a fan favorite. Is there anything else, anything new this year?
Nothing new. No, nothing new. Same old.
Yeah, but some good staples, right? Okay. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Have a great night, okay?
Alrighty, yep, you guys too.
Thank you. Okay, Okay, we're here with Patty. Patty, you said that you are a McKeesport resident, born and bred?
Yes.
And how long have you been coming to the International Village?
I've been coming to International Village since it started.
Okay, so 66 years.
Probably.
Probably, yeah, this is the 66th year.
Nothing stops me from International Village. Everybody knows International Village Week. Do not bother me. I'm the International Village Queen. Don't bother me.
What do you like about it?
Oh, I like seeing the people and the food and walking around. It's lovely. It's a nice thing to have here.
They moved it this year and no admission, so that's a couple
I
things.
don't care about the admission. That didn't bother me, but it's much roomier here. It's very nice. And it's not that hot today.
No, it's a nice day for sure. We were blessed today. So, what are some of your favorites?
The Croatian booth, the pierogies, halushki, apple squares if they don't have any. Apple dumplings, second choice, I guess. Yeah. But very good. It's all good.
Well, what's good is there's so many booths. You can always find something, even if you have to do a backup. So
no cooking this week.
That's even better. Yeah. I don't cook in the summer.
Me either.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You have a great day. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, thanks.
5 years or so. Is this like a local home business or?
Greensburg, Irwin, and then we just opened our new one in the Troy.
Okay. I'm from Penn Trafford.
We're Bubba's.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. On the hush, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Leslie. I am here with Woody at the Poland booth. How you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So this is a family-run business, is that correct?
Correct.
And you have a few locations around.
Yeah, in Strolling County. We have one in Irwin, Greensburg, and then we just opened up one in Latrobe.
Okay, and that's Bubba's, you said. Yeah, okay. So what I'd like to know is, I want to know really about the crab pierogies, but I would also like you to tell me just a little bit about what's on the menu. You know, I have heard of Bubba's before, and I know that you are famous for your pierogies. So.
Absolutely, yeah. So today we brought about 6 different pierogies. With that, we have crab, jalapeno, sauerkraut, sweet cabbage. Our potato and cheese are our favorites. I mean, that's our number one. Big popular as well as our crab. All of our stuff is homemade. We make all the ladies here, and then all the employees back in the stores, everything is homemade. We're pinching the pierogies, making the dough, we're doing all of it here. We also, a big thing especially for this, is our Polish platter. You're getting 3 potato and cheese pierogies, or if you want to mix and match, you can do that. 1 jalapeno roll, just stuffed cabbage, and some mush you can take home. So it's a big hit.
It sounds really good. Do you have anything new this year?
This year, I'd say the big one is our jalapeno we brought. We only did a little bit last year, but this year, I mean, people were asking for them, so we brought them back.
Okay, so that's definitely a crowd pleaser,
Absolutely.
right? And how long have you been coming here?
About here about 5 years.
Sounds good. And anything else?
Glad to be here. We love having everyone come out here and support, so it's been awesome.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Woody.
Thanks so much. Have a good one.
You too. Okay, I'm here with Sandra at the Mexican booth. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing today?
Good.
So could you tell me maybe some of your favorites? I see you have some wonderful food on display here. Could you tell me about some of it?
Yes, we have tacos, which you could get pork, beef, or birria, or chicken. Then we have quesadillas. This is a quesabirria, but you could get chicken or any of the other meats that we offer.
And what is that?
This is pulled, kind of like your pulled pork, but it's beef. And it's marinated.
Gotcha.
Very good.
It looks delicious.
Yes. And then we have tamales, which is our newest item on the menu. And it's filled with chicken and green salsa. And the outside, it's like masa, which is like a corn starch. And then we have street corn.
Yeah. That looks delicious. And then the tamale. This is new this year?
Yes, it's new this year.
Okay.
We decided to try something different.
Okay. And what about your drinks here?
We have cucumber agua fresca and passion fruit agua fresca.
Okay, lovely.
Fresh fruit. Yeah. No artificial.
And then it looks like you have some churros over here. Okay.
Yeah. Cinnamon sticks.
And then I'll just some toppings too.
All the toppings to your tacos. Yep.
And how long have you been coming here?
This is our 3rd year.
Wonderful. Now, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
anything that has pastor in it is gonna be our best.
And that's the beef?
Yes, that's the whole
Oh.
on the spigot there.
Okay.
Yep, it rotates and we slice it down, and that's what we call our pastor.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, just the chicken. None of the time.
We're here at the Ghana booth with Frankie Johnson. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great.
Okay. So, how long have you been coming here?
We've had a booth here since 1986.
That's a long time. 40 years. Okay, wonderful.
Parents dropped it on me.
So you inherited the booth, then, is that correct? Okay. Now, could you tell me about some of your favorites?
I cook the ribs. My niece over here, she's doing the macaroni and cheese. She's doing the greens.
Collard greens.
And the Hoppin' John.
Rice and beans?
My wife makes it.
Okay. And this is your lovely wife right here? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, it looks delicious. Is there anything new this year?
Just macaroni and cheese.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great night. Hi. Yeah, I would like to try one, Jeff. We're with Jeff at the Germany booth, and you're talking about the potato pancakes.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about some of your goodies here. What do you have?
Potato pancakes. We get 3 for 12. And you get 4 pierogies, 4 for 12. Get a plate of halushkis for $12. And we got bratwurst for 14. We got kibasi for 14. And 4 sour crop balls for $12.
Okay. And then what's the knockwurst?
That we don't have.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Anything new this year?
Same stuff as before. All the top sellers.
So I did tell you that a friend of mine that grew up in Elizabeth, I told her I was coming here tonight, and she said, you got to get a potato pancake. So I will be back after we're done, and I will grab one. Now, how long have you been coming here?
This is my second year. That's the owner back there. Him and his son run this, and his daughter. They're wonderful people.
Okay, so how long have they been coming here? You said you've been here 2 years, but they've been coming a lot longer than that.
My guess is at least 10 to 15 years.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. We're here with Evelyn at the Philippines booth.
I'm retired.
Evelyn, hi. I wanted to ask you, how long have you been coming here?
I would say this is our 10th year, and we represent the Filipino American Association of Pittsburgh. And for us, it's a fundraising event, but at the same time, we want to introduce our culture and our food to the people of McKeesport and Pittsburgh.
Well, it's a great turnout so far. So it looks like, I mean, we have a beautiful day. Can you tell me maybe some of the favorites, or, you know, what people keep coming back for every year?
They always go for the 4. They go for the chicken rice adobo, the pancit, which is the noodles with vegetable. It's a very vegetarian dish. And we have the barbecue with chicken. And We have also the vegetable egg roll and the chicken egg roll, which are little. And we have the empanada, which is like a meat turnover.
And is this all a la carte? Everything's a la carte?
Yes, everything's a la carte.
What type of desserts do you have here too? I see looks like there's some yummy desserts.
Actually, this is a new one. This is an ube. Have you ever heard of ube lately?
I have not, no.
It's becoming very popular all over the world. Ube is a root crop, and it's like potato, but then it's naturally purple. If you take the skin off, if you peel it, it's purple, and you make it into cakes or cookies, ice cream.
They look delicious.
Yes, they do. They are. And we have leche flan, which is like the custard with eggs, egg yolks, and milk.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is the turon, which is the banana. This is banana, but it's not the table banana. This is plantain that is wrapped in sugar and a piece of jackfruit to the taste, and then wrapped in pineapple.
They look delicious.
They are.
Thank you, Evelyn, so much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie Savitsky there, one of our freelance contributors, was out talking to folks in the booths. Kristen Kelliceni and Adam Reinhardt were out today, and we're going to bring you some of their reporting in just a couple of minutes. It's 6:12 right now here at International Village in McKeesport. I'm Jay Thurber. Thanks for tuning in to TubeCityOnline.com. Here's your weather forecast. Chance of showers with a high of 81 today was your forecast. Chance of showers this evening, cloudy skies. Temperature right now is about 75. Possibility of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 64, and then on Thursday, showers and a chance of a thunderstorm and a high of 78 degrees. Your entertainment, well, it's easy to explain this evening. There is no entertainment up on the main stage today because the Strolling Strings are walking around the grounds here at Renzi Park. At 7 o'clock at the Lions Band Shell, it's going to be the Amish Outlaws. Now, what we're going to do at 7 o'clock is bring you a couple of interviews with some of our local folks. Tim Coons from the Heritage Center will be here. Brian Butko from the Heinz History Center. And we have someone from the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans will be coming over to talk with us. We do have to take a quick pause for the cause and thank some of the sponsors that make this year's broadcast possible. And then we're going to bring you some more interviews from International Village. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski, PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Goganauer from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
And now, back to Renzi Park in McKeesport for live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
Hi, this is Leslie here at Renzi Park, the 66th International Village, and we're here with Sweden, with Pastor Michelle, Justin, Nancy, and Keith. How are you doing today, Pastor?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. The heat's not too bad. So what I'd like to know first is, what's the favorite? What are some of the favorite foods?
Well, I definitely think the apple dumplings are the favorite. We've added some new things onto the menu, but people are coming here for the apple dumplings.
Great. Okay. And what's Justin have here?
This is our sampler. This is our new sampler this year.
Okay.
We have the cookie here. What's it called?
Lingonberry.
Lingonberry cookie.
Lingonberry?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have a mini Swedish chocolate cake. It's actually made out of potatoes, but it tastes exactly like chocolate.
Oh.
And then
that sounds delicious.
And then we have a custard tart right here.
Okay. And Nancy, you said that you have been in McKeesport for 60 years. Is that what you said? Is that what you told me?
All my life.
All your life, okay.
But I've been coming to the village for 60 years.
For 60 years. And how long have you been coming with the booth? How long?
Oh my gosh, how long have we been coming with the booth? Well before my time. I've been here for 9 years. How long? Decades. It's been quite a few decades.
About 25 years?
Oh yeah, probably maybe.
And Keith, would you like to tell me about the International Village Angels here?
Well, all these people were involved in the village, and they were people from the church, and this was just a way to us to acknowledge what they did.
What church is that?
Eula Park Methodist Church in McKeesport.
So these are all people that have volunteered in the past.
He was the state representative for McKeesport.
Okay.
Roger and his wife. That was David's mother and dad. Connie, she was there for a long time. Shirley Hannah, one of the biggest angels we've had. This guy here is my brother. And my sister.
Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And all right, we're going to move on. Thank you all so much. You're welcome. Take care. in Austria with Kathy and her daughter Lori. Kathy, how long have you been coming here?
Oh, 20 some years.
And you told me that you are now retired and you're just kind of, you know, helping.
I'm hanging out.
Supervising, maybe?
Mom's helping.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's more than hanging out.
It looks like a lot of work back here. Yeah. So could you tell me maybe some of the favorites on the menu? Show me something.
Well, I think our big item has always been funnel cake. And this year, I think mostly everybody around Pittsburgh has heard of the strawberry pretzel salad.
Oh, absolutely.
So we incorporated that with the funnel cake, and it's really good. So it's really selling itself here also.
So it looks like you have several different types.
Yep.
Okay. Uh-huh.
The apples and the cherries. You can have it any way you want.
Okay. Okay, mix and match. It looks like there's a lot of different toppings here to choose from.
Yeah, a lot of.
Now, what if somebody just wants a plain funnel cake? Is that permitted too, or?
Yes. Yes.
And then, what else do you have here? What are some of you? What's the other favorite?
Well, when we started the Reese's a few years ago, that was a big hit at most of the events. Now, this is the first year we're doing the strawberry cream cheese. So it's catching on too. But people like it around here. They like the old traditional, you know. People old like me, they say, "Oh, just give me the plain one. That's all I want. I don't want
old school
stuff."
So I see lemonade here too, and pretzels and some other goodies too.
Yeah, corn dogs, pretzels, along with the funnel cakes and the lemonade.
Wonderful.
Lemonade.
Always a favorite, especially in the summer. Thank you, Mike.
Homemade strudel.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Do you have one you can show us real quick?
Yeah, I have apples and cherry strudel, and then we put the frosting on top of it.
And this is, you made this. This is your homemade. So it sounds like you did a lot more than volunteering.
Yep. Yeah. We have cherry and apple strudel homemade.
Okay.
And we put a little drizzle on top.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, it took a couple of years for it to catch on, but now people come and look for it. I'm glad.
Thank you so much, ladies. You have a good day. Take care. Thank you. We're here with Callie and Tara at Australia, and this is their first time here, and we're just going to ask about highlighting some things. What do we have here, ladies?
This is a lamington. It's a yellow cake dipped in chocolate, dipped in coconut. And this is a Tim Tam. It's a malt biscuit with a chocolate mousse filling dipped in chocolate.
Okay, that sounds delicious. And what about the other things that you have here? There are some favorites or some things that you like?
So we're doing lamb, and it comes with potatoes, coleslaw, and french fries. We have a kangaroo slider, and we also have empanadas.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. All right. The Hawaii booth with Clea, and she's going to just tell us about some of the favorites.
Our favorites would be the shaved ice. We have many flavors, and then our deep fried Oreos are a huge seller as well.
Do you have anything new this year?
Our pulled pork is new. We've never sold that here. It's very good.
And how long, you said this is family owned, correct?
Yes.
The family owned business. And how long have you been coming here to International Village?
We've been coming for about 27 years.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to highlight? I know you said some of this stuff is made to order. So what is made to order?
Our deep fried Oreos, our deep fried cheesecake, deep fried Twinkies, really anything. The shaved ice, you tell us what flavor. tell you what smoothies you want, what flavors, everything really.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi there. It's Leslie. I'm here with Mayor Tom McLeco.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, sir?
Just great.
Okay.
The weather's beautiful, the sun's out, people are out. It's a great day in McKeesport.
And this is your first International Village as mayor, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
But as a lifelong resident of McKeesport, you've probably been coming here a long time.
Since I could remember, gathering my families and later with my friends, it was definitely a great spot to come and visit and reconnect with friends and family. And that's what we kind of like go off of that, the old home week kind of theme.
Oh, absolutely. So what are some of your favorites?
I actually like everything in here, but I'm always partial to the Italian booth, and but I do like the gyros or the Hungarian booth. So I kind of like a little bit of everything. I kind of switch it up every year, but those are my favorites.
What's nice too is with multiple days, you could come down for lunch, dinner, a couple times, have a couple different meals. So
absolutely, and now there's no charge. So if you want to just run in and spend 15-20 minutes, grab some food and to go, there's no charge to get in. It's a much bigger venue. We have a huge tent here that you can eat under now. We have picnic tables that you can eat out in the sun if you wanted to. So it's a really nice venue here. We have a Jimmy Long and Chatino field. We thought it would work, and we're really happy that things are falling into place.
And it's closer to the band shell too, which is nice, and maybe a little bit less muddy or more grass, but bigger area. So yeah, it seems to be working out really well.
And then the hope is we still have our great ethnic dancers and music. Wednesday night we have a big concert. Wednesday night around 7:30, 8 o'clock. It'll go a little later, so we're hoping the food vendors stay open a little later that night. But that's a good opportunity for them to make a little bit more money for their organizations and their folks involved.
And tonight is fireworks, correct? Okay, at 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, around 9 o'clock we'll have fireworks tonight to kick off the village. And that's always something we changed years ago, because if we had fireworks on the last night and it rained, we wanted an opportunity to shoot them off night number 2. So we have a backup plan, but we don't need that today. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, but the weather we've been having, it is always nice to have a backup plan.
For sure.
Thank you so much for your time, Mayor. All right.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Mikey D, event coordinator extraordinaire for Village.
More like entertainment.
Oh, I'm sorry, entertainment coordinator. My apologies.
If I was the event coordinator, I would have my hands full right now. I wouldn't be standing here talking.
You'd be too busy, I understand. So how long have you been doing this?
This is my 26th year on the committee, and also my 36th year as a performer here at the McKeesport International Village. 66 years already. Wow.
That's a really long time.
I'm born and raised in McKeesport. I'm a McKeesport native, and this is something we always look forward to every year.
And what do you think about this new location that it moved over, the village moved over closer to the band shell? What do you think about that this year?
Totally in favor of it, because sometimes you outgrow the old business model and you have to reinvent things. And in the old location, it was okay, but it was time for a change.
And what's nice too this year, no admission this year, correct?
Well, I never have to pay anyway because I'm on the committee,
I didn't either, but I just snuck in.
You've got to have one of them pretty pins.
Yeah, I have a button, so.
A button, I'm sorry.
So what can we expect from entertainment?
Some of the best dance groups, multicultural, throughout the Mon Valley area. I have a magnificent Tamburitsa band that's playing at the band shell tonight called Zabava. So there's a big thing. You know, you've heard of polka dancing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they're into the kolo dancing. So if you're Serbian or Croatian or the Yugoslav countries, the Balkan countries, they have these round dances called kolo, K-O-L-O, which means round. And they're the group that's going to be performing at the Lions Band Shell this evening, playing the kolo type music. And then on Wednesday, tomorrow, obviously, we have the Amish Outlaws doing a concert tomorrow. They've been wanting to get that group in here for the summer concert series, but I think they're so big and they travel on the weekends that we have not been able to get them here on a Sunday evening. So we're excited to have them here tomorrow night. And then my polka band is playing at the Lions Band Shell on Thursday.
And what is the name of the band?
The name of my band?
Yeah.
You want to take a guess?
No.
Mikey D Band.
That's easy to remember.
There you go. Not Jimmy D.
Not Jimmy D.
Yeah, you had me Jimmy D.
I did.
But it's better than Mikey D, the cheap hamburger. You know?
Yeah.
But we're expecting a wonderful turnout. A lot of people are looking around. They're curious about what's going on here. And we're excited for the change. The biggest thing is the weather. You know, that's something you can't plan on. And there's always the rumor around town that it always rains during the village. We had a lot of glorious years up here. There were a couple years, it was very bad, 2018, 2019. That's when Route 30 collapsed. There were landslides everywhere. No fault of us. You know, of course. When you're planning your wedding day, you can't plan the weather. You know, so we're just hoping for good weather. It's really nice right now. And I'm actually I'm very pleased to see the turnout so far. I mean, the doors just opened an hour ago, but there's a nice gang here so far.
Absolutely, there definitely is. And what are some of your favorite, I would say booze, I don't know if you want to pick a favorite, but what are some things you like go-tos every year?
Oh boy, so that's a rough question because honestly, I'm a big guy. I love to eat. I'm a big foodie. I'm actually more into food than I am into music. I love food. If I were to pick something, you can't go wrong with the Lebanese, first of all. The Lebanon booth. Joe Shaheen, my buddy, they have this chicken shawarma. It's a form of a gyro. Like we eat gyros all the time. I would eat gyro meat on breakfast cereal if I could. But they have these chicken shawarmas. It's kind of like a version of a gyro. It's this flavored chicken on a spit, and they slice it real thin, make a magnificent sandwich. So that's something unique. My mom used to tell me, when you're going out to eat, get something you wouldn't get at home. Okay? So,
yeah, works to live by, for sure.
Believe it or not, I want a corn dog with mustard on it because I'm not going to pay like $150 to get into Kennywood for a corn dog. So that's one thing I have on my radar. You can't go wrong either with my Croatian people, the Rankin Junior Tamburiches. They make magnificent stuffed cabbages. We call them sarma, gawonki, whatever. But stuffed cabbages over there, they're making palachinka right on the spot there. So the Croatian's a really good one too. So I like them all.
I think you definitely sold some people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's my two, because those are my people. So I would say Croatian, Lebanese too. They do a magnificent product. But I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, Philippines are excellent, Mexicans great, Greek. I love it all.
Yeah, it's hard to choose for sure.
I might need 10 days of International Village so I could eat at everybody.
3 isn't enough.
3 isn't enough, especially for eating, you know.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Mikey. I appreciate it.
Leslie, nice to meet you. And welcome to the McKeesport International Village. Free parking, free admission. It's a wonderful annual event, and we want to showcase how beautiful the city of McKeesport is here in Renzi Park. It's a beautiful asset to our home city.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, take care.
Okay. I like that he wants to put, did he say he wants to put gyro meat on his breakfast cereal? I don't know about that. And I suppose maybe it'll be okay. I'm not sure. Looking for a chance of showers this afternoon and evening. Honestly, skies are pretty clear. We do have clouds, but it does not seem like much threat of rain right now. 75 right now, looking for a low overnight of 64. Showers, maybe a chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow for the last day of International Village, and a high of 78. Today, the entertainment schedule pretty simple. The Amish Outlaws will be playing at the Lions Band Shell at 7 o'clock. That's just about 25 minutes from now. Mikey D and George are strolling the grounds right now, playing for people who are dining. Big tent here this year, answering a request I think a lot of people had for some area to get out of the sun and out of the rain if it does fall. So they've got a big tent with picnic tables and seats. Good crowds tonight, too. I'm talking to some of the booths. They are running out of food tonight, which is a good thing for them. Take a quick pause. Thank some of the sponsors that help us make this broadcast possible. And then we have more interviews with some of the folks out here at International Village. Adam and Kristen were out gathering some information earlier today. At 7 o'clock, we're going to talk to Tim Coons from the McKeesport Heritage Center. And then at about 7:40, Brian Butko from the Heinz History Center are going to come over. And I believe we have someone from the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans then coming by at 8:20. So lots more coming to you from McKeesport International Village. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Gogenar from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the old Daily News building.
Hi, it's Adam Reiners with Tube City Online. I'm here with Michael Dudek at the Grease booth here at the International Village. Michael, pleasure to chat with you again. Tell me a little about what's happening at your booth.
Well, we're the drink booth, so we are cooking up a storm here. Everything's handmade. Obviously the most greatest item that we have is our gyro, the gyro. That homemade custom tzatziki sauce that goes on it as well. But then we have your traditional items that we have had year over year with the pasticcio, which is the Greek lasagna, the spinach pies, the cheese pies. But you can't go wrong, and you have to come here. You have to come for the desserts. We have the famous honey balls and also the baklava. The honey balls we make from scratch, and we also make it by hand, so there's no automation, no equipment that goes into that. We have Nico here. He's a legendary honey ball maker, so we're so fortunate that we get to have him with us. So this is, we're so happy to be here. It's our 7th year doing this, and this is year 66, right? It's incredible that you guys have done it for 66 years. So we're just happy to be and honored to be here.
Michael, tell me, year after year you come back and you're serving traditional food. How do you keep it interesting?
Well, that's the hard part, right? It's the freshness, okay? And you have to keep continuing to tweak it year over year. Every customer gives their feedback, and we love that feedback, and we want to make it as best as possible. And this year, because we got such great feedback last year, we had a souvlaki. So we have pork souvlaki this year. You can get it as a pita as well, and that is like amazing work. It's just that souvlaki, it's so fresh. And so again, we're always trying to add something different to the menu, but most importantly, it's always going to be freshness. Everything's made here, so that's really important.
All right, if I had one thing on this menu that you would recommend, what would it be?
Honey balls. Honey balls, without a doubt. That's what everyone comes for. Year over year, people come with their own Tupperware, and they say, please fill it up. So I would say the honey balls are definitely 100% worthwhile coming.
All right, well, Michael, it was a pleasure chatting with you. See you around. It's Adam Reinders here at the International Village. We ran into Representative Dan Gogenauer. Representative Gogenauer, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Tell me from your perspective why an event like this is so important for the community.
So the tradition of International Village goes back, the 66th year, I believe. And this year it changed locations. And in my opinion, I think it has expanded. I think everybody's so curious to see what the new location is going to bring. And it's just that the roots are so deep. Growing up coming here when I was 5 years old to here, I am 41 years old. I'm still enjoying it just like a little kid. It's awesome.
There's so many options of ways to engage with this program, either through dance, through music, through the food. Tell me what that means to you, that it gives so many community members so much access.
It does. I mean, you can come here, there's so many food varieties that, like a kangaroo sliders. I never had kangaroo sliders before, but I'm going to eat some today. So it brings people together to try something that they normally wouldn't. I think it's just awesome.
All right, and what have you tried here that you've enjoyed?
So I had chicken on a stick and a gyro, the two go-tos, the easy go-tos that you know are going to be solid.
Representative Gogenauer, it's really great to see you. Anything else you want people here to know?
Come on out. It's a great day. We got one more day tomorrow, 3 to 9. Make sure you guys come out and try some fantastic food.
All right, thanks a lot. Good to see you. Hi, it's Adam Reinders from Tube City Online. I'm here with Laura Chan at the Vietnamese booth. Laura, very nice to chat with you. Tell me about this amazing food that you're preparing.
Teriyaki chicken on the stick. We grill it, and then we just serve up the grill.
Laura,
No fried at all.
No fried. Tell me what difference that makes by not frying it.
Healthier. No grease. Yeah, and all fresh. From here to there to customer.
Amazing. Laura, how many years have you been coming to the International Village?
Since I was 15, so I'm 55 right now. So since I was 15, and my dad started.
What's it like to you to come back year after year, and especially to have a multi-generational relationship to this?
People here is amazing.
Why is that?
Oh, people is really nice. The committee, the people, they come and just visit us. And they go straight here, they got their food, they go home and sometimes enjoy the shows, but they really love us. Yes. That makes us come back. That's what it is.
Tell me more about that.
Just because they like the chicken. everybody come with their own boat to go, and they're waiting for us every year. You should try one. I promise it's good.
Laura, it's been an absolute delight chatting with you. Very nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You want to see this is done.
Lemonade, strawberry lemonade today. One strawberry.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hey, it's Adam Reinders. I'm here with Peter Tran, and we are here at the Taiwan booth. Peter, so nice to see you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Peter, this food looks amazing. Tell me what you're making.
We make the chicken from samlab. We're making in the kitchen with everything colorful and I don't know yet.
Peter, this looks amazing. You're making everything. You're making chicken. You know, it looks, you know, beautiful, ready to go. Peter, how many years have you been coming to this event?
25 or 26.
Amazing, 25 or 26 years. Why do you keep coming back?
But my boss is here. I'm just here. That's just 5 years.
So tell me, what makes this such a special event?
That's special. That teriyaki chicken. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. Yeah, from my company.
The food makes it special.
Yeah.
Peter, it was really nice chatting with you. Best of luck tonight, and I'll see you around.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter. Hey, it's Adam Reinders with Tube City Online. We're here at the Lebanon booth at the 66th International Village, and I'm here with Joe Shaheen. Joe, great to see you.
Great to see you. Always a pleasure.
Joe, tell me what you have going on here in the booth tonight.
All right. Well, as you guys know, we've been attending McKeesport International Village for over 30 years. My dad started coming here, so we always love being back. And so we're at the Lebanese booth today, and we have chicken shawarma, gyro sandwiches, stuffed grape leaves. We have baked kibbeh, meat pie. So a lot of this stuff is a labor of love, and it's like goes back to our Lebanese roots and tradition, and we're always excited to be here.
Joe, to serve food that is, dates back in tradition, but to also do it knowing that this is something that your dad did as well, what does that mean to you?
Oh man, it means the world. So my dad passed away about 3 years ago, and his favorite pastime, even in retirement, he would come up, he would be sitting behind our booth, and you would see him here, and he would just sit and watch, and he just loved being part of this atmosphere. And he has a lot of relationships in the community, so it means a lot to us, and we plan on being here for a long time, and honestly, to honor him. So we plan on being here.
Joe, so much of food isn't necessarily even about the taste, but about the way it brings people together.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how your dad would build community through food.
Oh man, that's kind of our family story. So my family, we own a business in Brookline. It's called Pita Land, and so that's kind of how this all started. My parents came back. I mean, I'll keep it short, but parents immigrated from Lebanon in the 70s, and they started working at their bakery in Brookline ever since. And they were bringing their food to the community. It became a staple for the community, and they've been sharing their tradition for years. Not only that, many people who have come afterwards from Lebanon, from the country. My parents always provided a place for employment, helped them get through college and get their education. So very, very grateful to be a part of like the family and business and legacy.
And what are your parents' names?
Yusuf, Shaheen, Joe. Everybody called him Joe. That's who I'm named after. And my mom, who's still around, she's Jocelyn Shaheen. She's actually the CEO of our business, Pita Land. Yeah.
So you're still working for your mom, I get it.
Oh man, I mean, I can't leave the cooking. I can't leave the cooking. What else am I going to do? I'll be there for life. I'm stuck.
Joe, it's been really nice chatting with you. If someone were to stop by your booth, what would you want them to know?
We take a lot of pride in our menu and our food, and this is my parents' legacy, and these are their recipes. And we hope you come by and really get some of this traditional stuff. Our grape leaves are still hand rolled by a bunch of ladies in the kitchen in our bake kitty, and so we want you to come try our stuff, and we love meeting new people.
Great. Joe, thanks a lot. It was really nice chatting with you.
Thank you. Very nice to see you.
Good to see you guys. Hey, it's Adam Reinhurst with Tube City Online, and I'm here with Patrolman Eric Allen from the McKeesport Police. Patrolman Allen, very nice to see you. Patrolman Allen, tell me, what have you seen so far here at the International Village?
Well, I've seen a lot of food vendors, a lot of great people. There's songs. Apparently the Amish Outlaws are going to be here tonight. I heard there's going to be close to 6,000 people that are going to be here, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And just nice to see a lot of the turnout rate is good, so it's exciting.
Patrolman Allen, you get a chance to engage with the community on a daily basis. What's it like for you to see so many community members out here tonight?
I think it's great. I think a lot of the community comes together as a whole. It brings a lot of people joy to have this. I think it's like the 66th anniversary. I just think it's great for the community, great for the people in McKeesport, and great overall total.
Patrolman Allen, tell me again, this 66 years of International Village, why is it important to do this event year after year?
Well, like I'll reiterate again, it brings everyone together. There's new, I don't know if there's new vendors every year, but it seems like it's getting a little bit more bigger and bigger every single year. So it's cool to see. This is only my second year, but it's pretty awesome. I've never heard something like this before. So,
well, it's been really nice chatting with you. Anything else you want people to know?
Come to International Village every year.
Thanks a lot. Really good to see you. Hey, it's Adam Reinhurst with Tube City Online, and I'm here with Patrick Fisher, the stage manager of the 66th Annual International Village. Patrick, really good to see you.
Nice to see you. Hi, everybody. Please come on out. We got 2 more great days. Wednesday night, and we have the great band out tonight, the Amish Outlaws. They're going to be here at 7 o'clock, 7 to 9, Amish Outlaws, and then tomorrow, all kinds of great ethnic dancing right on the main stage.
Patrick, as stage manager, you have a bird's eye view of what's going on here. Tell me from your perspective, what do you see?
Well, this is the first year we moved it over to Jimmy Long Field. We're right here at Jimmy Long Field, right next to the Lion Band Chow. And let me tell you what, great move. Great move on Dan Carr and all the committee members that decided to move it over to Jimmy Long Field. Much bigger from the other field at Barry Stephen Field, and we're over here this year at Jimmy Long Field, and it's going great. More room to move around. The booths are doing great. It's a great night.
You know, Patrick, you're 100% right. Tonight is a great night, and what's so special about International Village that year after year it affords so many great nights. What is it about this program that just makes it so fantastic?
The people. It's the people, because, we can build it, but they have to come. And the people is what makes International Village. Yes, we put up the booths, but it's the people. Hey, here's Mikey D. Get over here, Mikey D.
Oh, boy.
This is Mikey D right here.
Well, Mikey D, what a pleasure. Nice to see you. Adam Reinhurst with Tube City Online.
I see that.
Yes. Mikey, tell me about this wonderful event and what you've seen so far.
Well, how much do you want to know and how much time do you have? Yeah. Well, this is our 66th year, brand new year here at the new location. And it's another opportunity to show off the culture and the heritage of this town and this whole Mon Valley. So far, we're getting a lot of great reviews on the new location. I mean, there were some naysayers, leading up to this saying, oh, why are you doing this to us old-timers, people that love tradition? Listen, I wouldn't do what I do for a living every day if it wasn't for tradition and still doing the same thing as yesterday. But every once in a while, you have to throw a new coat of paint on the walls. You know, it was about time to reinvent this, and this is a wonderful location. Of course, the Lions have these very successful summer concerts every week on Sunday evenings, and they know the layout of the land over here, and to be able to incorporate this band shell, it's a beautiful asset. People don't realize in this McKeesport area how big of a gem this is. This is the pearl of McKeesport here. To have a big park like this, it's beautiful.
Mikey, not only to have a park, but to also have so many wonderful people. What does it mean to you year after year to see so many familiar faces?
This is a reunion. I get to see all of my relatives, all 3 of them, and then all of my friends, all 5 of them, neighbors. This is like a big reunion. It's everybody gets to melt together to celebrate the culture and heritage. And one guy gave me a great idea yesterday. They said, you know, all of us that graduated from McKeesport, where are you from? You're from Pittsburgh. Have you ever heard of International Village? You've heard of it. Okay. So here I am interviewing you. I feel like Groucho Marx now. But all of us McKeesporters should have a tag that says class of whatever. Kristen there's class of 92. And I know that because baby. I'm the class of 92. You know, I thought I was going to be the most famous person from that class, but then there's Kristen there behind the camera. Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to get together and to celebrate our heritage and our hometown also. You know, there's so much negative publicity about McKeesport, let's face it, and it's sickening. But then when you come up here and you enjoy the sights, the sounds, the smells every year at the village, this is another reminder of how beautiful of a place we have here.
All right. Mikey, Patrick, it was wonderful seeing you both.
How about this guy? He's the longest tenured person on my committee. This is about his 29th year. You got about another 18 years before you get a gold watch.
That's right. Yeah. I'm ready, Dan. I'm ready.
I started 3 years after him. We're the 2 longest tenured people, and we've seen a lot of people come and go out here, Patrick, haven't we?
And I want to say thank you to the Tube City Online. You guys do a wonderful job every year. You're here faithfully.
Yeah, I think when Patrick started, you had hair. That's how long.
I did. That's how. I was as good looking as this guy.
Yeah, you had hair like this. You look like you should pitch. You know, you look like a baseball pitcher with that hair.
Well,
hey!
Adam Reinhurst from Tube City Online signing off from the 66th International Village.
Do widzenia.
Okay. It is 6:57 out here at Renzi Park in McKeesport. Good evening. I'm Jay Thurber. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time with us on this Wednesday night of the 66th International Village at Renzi Park. 75 degrees right now at Renzi. Chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight. It says maybe after 5 a.m. Otherwise, low of 64 degrees and cloudy. Thursday showers, maybe a thunderstorm in the morning. And then a chance of showers and thunderstorm. So hopefully we will get around some of the rain. Looking for a high tomorrow of 78. And then tomorrow night should be pretty clear. No rain in the forecast for Thursday night. Low of 59. Coming up at 7 o'clock at the Lions Band Shell, the Amish Outlaws. And we are hoping to bring you a little bit of video from there. But I believe due to rights issues, we do not have the rights to broadcast them. So we will not be bringing you the whole concert, unfortunately. So I apologize for that. It's how lawyers make their money, though, right? Just a couple of minutes, Tim Coons from the McKeesport Heritage Center is going to be here, so I hope you'll stick with us. Good night here at International Village. Good crowd. As we look around there, while we get set up, why don't we take a quick break and then come back and we'll be talking with Tim Coons. Stay tuned. Our live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park and McKeesport continues from TubeCityOnline.com.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out, support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so, very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Gogenauer from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
Okay. I think we're here. I'm here. Are you here? Okay, good. Somebody's here. Well, one camera is not cooperating for us, Tim. Let's see what's going on here. There's always one. There's one in every crowd that doesn't want to cooperate. All right, is that better? We'll find out in a second. Lots going on here where there's sirens and polka music and no, that camera does not want to behave itself. Let's try it in another. There, nope. Well, I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. We lost one camera. That's no good. Yeah, that's no good. We lost your camera here, Tim. Well, there you are. That's what's going on at the Heritage Center. Why don't you tell people you guys are open during International Village? Why don't you tell people about that while I'm messing with these cameras?
A lot of stuff going on. We're open, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, all the same hours as the Heritage, as International Village. We're getting a lot of new folks coming in, which has been great. We're really getting to promote a lot of upcoming programs. We have a really big car cruise on Saturday. Pretty excited about that. First time we've done that, so we're hoping to have a real good turnout and maybe make it an annual thing. So, we got a lot of programs in September, October, November, so we got a lot of things going on.
Are you getting a lot of first-time visitors that come over who are here for International Village who have never been there before?
Absolutely, and it's a lot of out-of-towners coming in, which is really neat, born and raised here, but they're back visiting for International Village, and we're getting great comments too, great feedback, on what's going on up there, so that's been fantastic.
Tim, how long have you been Executive Director?
So I've been up there for about a year and a half, and enjoying it. After 30 years of teaching, it's a little bit of a change, and so and I was ready for that. But I was a history teacher, so I'm still getting to stay very closely linked to something I love. So that was that was good. That's okay.
What gave you your interest in history What gave you your interest in history in the first place?
Well, I started off in college as a poli-sci major. I really thought I would go into politics at some point, and I moved down to D.C. after an internship down there, and I lived down in the D.C. area for about 6 years. I worked for a public policy firm, and and then while I was there, I just thought I wanted to maybe switch gears and get into education. And so, I don't know, maybe I couldn't save D.C., so I thought I'd come home and try to save McKeesport, So that's what I'm,
Not a bad goal.
I'm trying to give back,
Give folks the phone number and the website address for the Heritage Center.
Yes, so the phone number is 412-678-1832, and the website is McKeesportheritage.org.
We're talking with Tim Coons. Your title is Museum Director?
Executive Director.
Executive Director. I should know this. I'm on the board of directors. I should know. The Heritage Center has expanded a lot. I mean, when I joined in high school, I was 16 or 17 years old, was basically one room, and then the schoolhouse was separate.
Yes.
Now, it is a connected complex of buildings. Tell people some of the things they're going to find there.
Yes, so, there were a lot of different phases of building, but the most recent, and probably the biggest, is about 4 years ago, there was a 7,500 square foot, section that was, about 3,500 square foot section that was constructed. And when I arrived there, that was still empty. There just wasn't, the ability to kind of get that filled with exhibits and so forth. And we've got some great board members that are, really taking on so much of the work with the exhibits. Andy Cartwright, Ron Minix, doing fantastic stuff with the exhibits. We have a section that's all arts and entertainment. We have an industry section, a room that is retail. We have an outside area that's really...
When you say a room that is retail, I don't know if people get the scope of what they're going to see.
Right.
It is like a walk down Fifth Avenue in McKeesport sometime in the middle of the 20th century.
Exactly. So you'll see, you'll see things that would have come out of so many of the retail stores.
Cox's, Jason's, Murphy's,
Helmsteaders.
Yeah.
All of those stores, and so we have sort of an inside retail section. So what would be inside the stores, and then we have a section that's more or less what would have been out on Fifth Avenue. What are some things you would have seen walking down Fifth Avenue? Balsamos, the big Jason sign. It's fantastic.
How different is your current job from teaching? And the reason I ask that is, it seems like you have made some cross connections with the school district and with Penn State, for instance.
Well, I think the thing that they have in common, both jobs, is rapport is essential.
Mm-hmm.
And I really worked hard as a teacher to have a great rapport with students, and and I think that when you have that, students are willing to sort of get on the educational bus with you instead of having to be dragged along kicking and screaming. So and I'm doing the same thing with our volunteers. Trying to establish a great rapport with them. We need the army of volunteers to keep that place operating like it is. I mean, we have to have that. So I work hard to really keep that rapport with volunteers going well.
Tim Coons is Executive Director of the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center. It is in Renzi Park, McKeesportheritage.org. We had someone stop over here yesterday who said they didn't even know it was there. Is that something you hear often?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's becoming less often, which is really good.
That's
because,
good.
I run into people and they're, and I'll say, hey, have you ever been down there? And this is locals. And some of them will say, no, but they're like, I'm seeing a lot of activity there. I got to get down there. So at least they are seeing us on social media. We've tried we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're really trying to reach all audiences. We're sending out a newsletter. We're sending out bi-monthly e-news blasts. So we're really trying to reach, a wide audience.
When I joined the Heritage Center, again, this is 30-some years ago, as a student, it seemed like it was mostly at the time sort of pre-Civil War. It was a lot of American Revolutionary War. It was early settlers in McKeesport, and a lot of pre-American Civil War, so pre-1860s. Obviously, that stuff is important, but it seems to me that one of the good evolutions of the Heritage Center has been telling the more recent stories from the 20th century.
Yes, absolutely. So I think you really get a good feel, too, for the sort of like the chronological history of McKeesport, especially in that new space, because we do start off with some of the older stuff, like, some of the things from George Washington being here, the McKee family, all of the, the mayors and then the Burgesses that preceded them, up on the wall. That kind of tells the story. But then, you get into much more current history, even like in, talking about the military section. We have a big focus now on, the McKeesport 23, the 23 soldiers from here that were lost over in Vietnam. And so
tell us a little bit of that story, because I believe how it was explained to me by some of the people who have done research in this, like Joe Hoffman, who's the former, now retired White Oak police chief. This was a monument that was originally at the La Rosa Boys and Girls Club, now the La Rosa Youth Club, and they think it was the first Vietnam Veterans Memorial or anywhere in the country.
The first in the country, and so
1967, I think they started putting names on this wall.
And so every Memorial Day, there's a service that is held down there, really commemorating those, that monument, but also those guys for sure. And so we try to pay a lot of respect to those gentlemen that were killed. We have a special section in the museum that really, tries to highlight their service and their sacrifice.
how does the Heritage Center acquire some of these artifacts? For instance, you have the big neon sign that used to say Jason's on the side of Jason's department store.
Right,
you have that on the wall of the new section that you just added. You have the 1930s kitchen there with the 1930s kitchenware and what people in McKeesport and in the Mon Valley would have been using back then. Where do these artifacts come from?
Yeah, so we accept donations. Everything in that building has been donated. There are no purchased historical pieces, which really speaks a story all of its own because there is so much amazing stuff there. And it's all been donated. So, that whole kitchen area, the lifestyle section and the living room section, all those pieces of furniture donated, all of the artwork donated. And a lot of it is coming from, connections through the History Center and local businesses, people who've, held on to history. We find a lot of older people are sort of coming over there and they're saying to us now, I've had this in my house for a long time. I've really, really enjoyed it, but now it's time for someone else to see it.
Along those lines, are there things that you need? Are there things that you really wish you had an example of X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, I think. That's a. I'm going to think on that for just
because I know there are things you don't need. What are some things you don't need? Let's start there.
Well, one of the things we don't take is a lot of people want to bring in newspapers.
Sure.
And newspaper clippings, and it's just too tedious for us to kind of hold all of those. We do have 131 years of McKeesport Daily News on microfilm, so we can access those articles if we need to.
So if somebody's looking for a certain event, or maybe they're looking for the Daily News the day that they were born, or they're looking for the birth announcement or an obituary, they can come in and use the microfilm.
Yes, they can come in and use the microfilm, and we recently just acquired 2 new microfilm machines through a grant with PNC, and so we're pretty excited about that. So we'll have 4 microfilm machines up and running, which is, these ones too are the state-of-the-art new ones, so that will really help the research game.
But don't bring your old newspapers down.
Don't bring your old newspapers.
Okay.
We also are looking for more modern yearbooks, like the 70s through 2025, 2026. We just don't have a lot of those, and so we would like to get those.
In addition to the McKeesport high school yearbooks, which are the Yakamons, do you have the South Allegheny and Sarah Catholic and the other ones?
Yeah, we do have a collection of regional schools, but it is certainly less extensive than the McKeesport collection. But we would be accepting those, yes.
We're talking with Tim Coons. He's the executive director of the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center, which is open throughout International Village for extended hours. You can get more information at mckeesportheritage.org, or you can give them a call at 412-678-1832. Let's talk a little bit about the regional aspect of McKeesport Regional History Center. It is not just, because it's probably a question you also get, do you just take stuff from McKeesport? Do you just display stuff from McKeesport?
No. So, a handful of years back, we were just the McKeesport Heritage Center, and now we're the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center. So we're really trying to reach out to be much more inclusive to, especially to regions that don't have a historical society or some sort of a museum to kind of preserve and, present their history. So we're looking for regional things as well.
I think you absorbed, for instance, the Mifflin Township Historical Society some years ago.
We did. We absorbed that, and we're currently in the process of getting that into the hands of the Homestead Library.
Okay.
They're a little, that is sort of their municipality, a lot of that history. So our goal is to really have history closest to where it was.
Sure.
It's in better hands. I mean, we would rather have them hold it than here, just because it's closer history for them.
But when we're talking regional, we're talking all of the school districts that kind of touch McKeesport, so East Allegheny, Duquesne, South Allegheny.
Yes. Some West Mifflin, you know, but all of those.
From your perspective as a history teacher, I don't mean this to offend you, an amateur historian or historian.
Yeah, sure.
What is the story of the Mon Valley? Because I often get asked by people who are new to the area or maybe are from out of the area, and they've heard about the Renaissance of Pittsburgh, and they've heard, Pittsburgh, it came back after the steel industry, and I sometimes say it's a little more complicated than that. What's the kind of story or theme that you tell people when you talk about the history of the region?
Well, I think it's a story of grit and determination amongst a group of people. I give a little presentation where I frequently talk about a study. There was a book called by Angela Duckworth, I think her name was, and she wrote a book called Grit. And she ended up in this book doing a study about the West Point cadets, and she wanted to determine what are the factors that really could predict their success. And she looked at socioeconomic values, she looked at affluence and education, all of these things, physical ability, intellect, and she came up with the fact that none of these really determined their future success.
So what does?
Grit is what determines their future success. And so I really think McKeesport is a place where we have grit abounds. And so I think of just in the 20th century with the history of steel. I mean, just to see the resilience of McKeesport people. The way that people move forward in life is they have to fall down a lot.
Sure.
And they got to be resilient enough to get back up. And I think we live in a community that truly understands falling down but getting back up.
Tell us your personal story. You're a lifelong McKeesport resident. Where'd you grow up? What part of town did you grow up in?
So I grew up on Soul Street between Beaver and Bailey.
Okay.
I grew up there, and great family, great community. I'm one of 7 kids. I feel like I had so many positive things in my, growing up phase of life. I wouldn't change any of it. I loved growing up in McKeesport. I loved going to McKeesport School District. I loved the things that were available to me in our community. And I was happy, really, to teach there for 30 years. I mean, it was a blessing. And then, when this job became available, I thought, wow, this seems like this could be a really good fit. And I've had a great time over there for a year and a half.
What do you remember? What are some of your fondest memories of growing up in the McKeesport area? I was actually reflecting on the fact that one of my fondest memories is International Village, for instance. But what are some of your fonder memories?
I think just being in a community. I mean, I remember so much as a kid, like just being out and playing all day. And we live in a different world today. I know that kids are a little more on a tighter string today, and probably for some good reasons. But
sure.
I do remember just sort of like unlimited play. Some of that was sort of, oh my goodness, we shouldn't have done that. We could have, but as far as running across the 10th Ward train bridge when I was a kid. I mean,
oh boy,
silly things that like.
These are not positions that are endorsed by the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center.
Correct.
Yeah.
But so many fond memories of just growing up with great people and so many family connections. So when I come to International Village, I run into so many former students. Close family, friends. I mean, even this evening, just the amount of people I've gotten to run into, it's been really cool.
We're talking with Tim Coons. He's the the executive director of the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center. And there's like an echo that comes back on these headphones, and it really confuses me sometimes, as if I'm not confused enough as it is. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to talk with Brian Butko from the Heinz History Center, and we have someone from the Rankin Junior Tamburinsons who's going to come over and talk about their organization. Right now on the main stage, you can hear in the background, or the Lions Bandshell stage, you can hear in the background the Amish Outlaws. They're going to be playing until 9 o'clock. And then a full lineup of entertainment tomorrow on the main stage from 6 until 9. There will also be polka dancing with Mikey D's band, I believe, will be
nice.
Will be over there. And the McKeesport Regional History Center is open each night until what time? Till 9?
Open till 9, and we have we've got all sorts of things up there. Lots of volunteers up there tonight. Come in and see us. We're open Tuesdays and Thursdays normally from 10 to 4, and Saturdays from 10 to 3. But come up and check us out. There's a lot of great things to see. If you're interested in genealogical research, we have a great membership program where you can do a lot of your research there. We got the McKeesport Daily News, 131 years on microfilm. We have Ancestry.com available on site.
Okay.
Newspapers.com, Fold 3 military records, and Family Search records. So a lot to kind of get you started on your genealogy journey.
I was asked to announce this, and I forgot all about it. The Renzi Rose Garden, which is the second largest rose garden in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania after the one at Hershey Park, is also open for special hours during International Village. They're open until 8 o'clock tonight and tomorrow night, and they are having a craft sale and flower sale in the Garden Club clubhouse till 7 o'clock. Are they good neighbors next door?
Oh, they're wonderful neighbors. As
Okay.
a matter of fact, there's a group of them I'm meeting with this next week.
Okay.
And yeah, we love having them there, and it's just a great place to walk through over there and see the great things they're doing. It's fantastic.
What are some of the other partnerships that the Heritage Center has?
Well, we're trying to connect up more with the library for some programming. I would really like to be connecting with the Girls and Boys La Rosa Youth Center. We're really making partnerships with Penn State Greater Allegheny. We've had a lot of students coming over from McKeesport High School, but we need to expand that to the middle school and elementary grades. And we need to get other districts, surrounding districts, to realize, we are a great, we're a great museum resource that is certainly a lot closer than maybe hopping down to the Hines. And we really think that we have a lot to offer kids of all ages and adults, of course.
Something that you have probably encountered in your career in 30 years as a teacher, that I work with students at a university and was talking to a faculty member recently, and she said, okay, in her first day of classes, she said, okay, what year was everybody born? And they said 2008. Except for one kid put up her hand and said 2007. So she's the old timer in the class. We're coming up on the 25th anniversary of the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. Anyone my age or your age, you remember exactly where you were, but these kids have no memory of it. I realize sometimes when I'm talking with people, I grew up in the 80s, so McKeesport was already struggling with the steel mill closures, and then with the closure of the G.C. Murphy Company, the closure of Potter McCune, some of the other businesses. But I can still remember when Jason's was open, when Cox's was open, when we had, a bunch of banks downtown, a couple of jewelry stores downtown, a couple of shoe stores. I used to buy shoes at Rubenstein's. I used to buy clothes at Kadar's. I remember these folks, but anyone who's younger than me probably has no memory of that. So how do you relate? It's very easy for people who grew up maybe in the 50s or 60s or even into the 70s to talk about, well, we had 5 department stores and 7 movie theaters, and like my grandma used to talk about. But how do you relate that to kids who all they know is maybe empty storefronts, or they know Dollar General or Family Dollar or whatever?
Right. That's the challenging part of teaching history. We have to make it relevant to young kids. And I always used to tell my students, like, you are history in the making.
Okay.
And that really is truthful. I was telling Austin Davis that in 10th grade. You are literally.
You mean Lieutenant Governor Austin
Davis? I was telling him in 10th grade. You are history in the making. Your story has not been completely written, and look and see how people have achieved things like that. It truly is the case, and that's what we got to do for young people. We have to let them know, listen, like, none of those other people were really any different than you are. It's just that their story has been written, and now is your time to write your story.
If you can look into your crystal ball or your time machine And 30 years from now, if somebody is here doing this interview, gosh, I hope it's not me, and they're interviewing the executive director of the Heritage Center, what do you think they'll be preserving 30 years from now? I mean, you're collecting items for a time capsule right now.
That's correct.
What kind of items are you looking for in your time capsule?
Well, I think personal reflections is really a great thing. We actually, the last time capsule that we opened, and we're using this same one, that refilling it and putting a plate on it, and this one will be opened in 2080 on the 100th anniversary of the Heritage Center.
Okay.
And so, in that time capsule, though, there was a duck race in 1995 in McKeesport, and a lot of people entered that race and left messages
to their future selves.
To their future selves, and you know what? It was great. All these years later,
you had some of those people came back.
Yes. And so when we opened that time capsule, we had a ton of people that were interested in seeing the messages that they left.
That's amazing.
And so that's a big thing. I think leaving personal reflections, stories that, we don't want things to be lost to time. We want to preserve that stuff. So those personal stories are important.
You mentioned you have a car show coming up this coming Saturday, the 22nd.
Yes.
You I know, have other fundraisers and events throughout the year, because I think the one thing we have not talked about here is money. There's not a lot of paid staff there, is there?
That's correct. We're all part-time. There's myself and 2 other part-time staffers. And, we really depend on the strength of our volunteers. And we really depend on, the donations of organizations, memberships, to really keep our doors open and lights on.
How much is a membership if somebody wants to join, and what does that membership then entitle them to?
Yeah, so an individual membership is $30, a family membership is $40, and both of those entitle you to entrance into all of our programming for the course of a year. We have probably close to 40 programs scheduled for the year. And so, that's fantastic. So you get free entrance with all those. We do have a $5 admission if you're not a member.
Yeah.
So it benefits you to maybe become a member if you're going to come to the programs. You also get to use all of our research facilities. And so the microfilm machines, Ancestry.com, newspapers.com, Fold 3 military records, Family Search, all of the yearbooks, all of the city directories, and then you also have at your disposal people that can look up things for you. So if someone were to come in and say, hey, I'm doing research on, Jason's from downtown McKeesport. I mean, we have archives on that, and we are willing to let you examine those as a researcher.
What help do you need? Because you mentioned you do have a volunteer collective, you have collections committee, you have volunteers putting the displays together. If somebody hears this and say, I don't have a lot of money, but I'd like to help out, how can they help you out?
Well, I tell you what, we're looking for volunteers that have all sorts of interests. So, we have to maintain sort of the grounds over there. Mulching, pulling weeds, planting flowers, trimming hedges, things like that really keep the center beautiful. If there would be maybe a volunteer that is, they do construction work.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to come in and I'm going to fix this piece of flashing for you. It's just a piece, or this trim on the front of your entranceway. We are open to that. We also need volunteers that are willing to learn some new tasks. So if you're we really need an AV person, to be recording our programs and to be putting some of that stuff out there on social media. So
you do have some student help from time to time from interns and things.
We had 6 interns this summer, which was fantastic. 3 from Chatham University. We had 1 from Penn State Greater Allegheny, 1 from IUP, and 1 from W&J.
Okay.
And so we're up to 14 interns that have served over the last year and a half since I've been there. So that is a tremendous resource for us.
In the final 30 seconds, 60 seconds, give us a commercial for the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center. Why should someone want to come down and visit?
Yeah, if you maybe you're from this region or specifically from this community, we want you to come and, reminisce and have, really get to see the things that made this area fantastic. We want reunions to come in there. We want them to gather there. It really is a truly awesome place for that. We have class of 72, 74, and 76 coming in over the next few weeks.
Okay.
And so great place to meet and to really just get some positive vibes about, your community and, and just reflect on all the good that's come out of this community.
I know it's still August. It's the first week of school, but the holidays are around the corner. If people have relatives coming in who maybe used to live in the area, is anything for them to see around the holidays?
Oh, there's going to be all sorts of things, especially as we get closer to Christmas. We're a part of the Festival of Trees, which, we have all sorts of exhibits set up specifically and decorated with the Christmas theme and so forth. But we have a lot of really new exhibits. So if you haven't been in there for a couple of years,
you really haven't seen it.
Yeah, you have not seen it because it has changed drastically, and all for the better. It's just a fantastic place to come and spend some time. So come on down and see us.
Give us your website again and the phone number for more information.
Okay, so our website is McKeesportheritage.org, and our phone number is 412-678-1832.
And you are located just across from the Lions Bandshell, right in the heart of Renzi Park.
That's correct. 1832 Arboretum Drive. If you were on the Bandshell stage singing,
like the Amish Outlaws are right now.
Amish Outlaws right now. You look straight ahead. A little to the right is the Rose Garden. A little to the left is the Heritage Center.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with either of those stops.
Tim Coons, thank you so much for taking some time to come down and talk to us.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks for all of your support that we've had over the years from the Heritage Center. When we come back, we're going to talk to Brian Butko from the Heinz History Center, who's going to talk a little bit about some of the recent books that he's written. Did you collaborate with the Heinz History Center as well?
We are doing some things with the Heinz History Center, which is, it's kind of a new endeavor, but we keep in touch with them, and we're an affiliate. We're a Heinz History Center affiliate, which is a great perk for us. We try to get our volunteers and so forth down there to see things as well.
Thank you, Tim. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Brian. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans here, or a representative of the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans here to talk a little bit about their group. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back as live coverage continues from McKeesport's 66 International Village at Renzi Park in McKeesport.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Gogenar from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
And we are back here. And if you're wondering, where is everybody? Well, they're all over at the Lions Band Shell. They were estimating a crowd of 6,000 people, I heard from one of the police officers, to see the Amish Outlaws this year. They're in from Lancaster, PA. They have played all up and down the East Coast, all the way out into Las Vegas and Florida, and apparently travel well. Booths doing very well here tonight, the food booths. A couple of booths that we've talked to have run out of food for tonight. So they're going to be restocking overnight. We've got one more day of International Village here in McKeesport. Gates open on Thursday at 3 o'clock. We'll be here until 9 o'clock. You can get the entertainment schedule at internationalvillage.info. Right now, because we cannot bring you the music from the Amish Outlaws, unfortunately, we do not have the rights to do that. There's Brian Butko. Brian, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. We're not only clients of the Hair Club for Men. No, I make that joke all the time. Brian, tell us what your current role is with the Heinz History Center.
I am the Director of Publications at Heinz History Center. So that means our quarterly magazine and books that we publish.
But you are a native of the Mon Valley area. Where'd you grow up?
I have spent my entire life living in West Mifflin.
So far?
Well, so far.
Okay. So far.
For the next 100 years or so.
What is your most recent book?
Well,
if you have it for us.
I happened to see that there was one right here.
Yeah.
Let's see where.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So locals will at least recognize the name because of the Bettis Nuclear Lab, but it was once the most important airport in all of western Pennsylvania, really in the whole tri-state region.
The book which you wrote with Sue Morris is called Bettis, Where Pittsburgh Aviation Took Off. It is a publication of the Heinz History Center. How many books have you written now, though?
Oh, I don't know, a dozen or so. I've never counted.
But what are some of the topics?
Lots of Lincoln Highway, diners,
a couple of Kennywood books.
A couple of Kennywood and a new Kennywood underway.
Okay.
A couple on Isley's, and in fact, we have a prop.
There we go. There we go.
And that's the
is that the newest?
That's
the second book you've written about Isley's.
Right. And this one we went with all color illustrations, so a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, we just had Tim Coons here for the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center talking about their museum and their collection incorporates everything back to this early first pioneer European settlers, the indigenous people who lived here before that, all the way up through the Civil War. You are more interested in more recent history. There is a term for that. Is it commercial archaeology or
commercial archaeology or popular culture?
Okay.
20th century popular culture mostly.
Why is that also important to understand? Because we are used sometimes, you're in high school or college and you get sort of the memorizing dates and memorizing wars and memorizing elections. This person got elected and then this happened and then we went to war with this country and then, the stock market crashed. And Isley's, we never hear about Isley's in high school. We never hear about Kennywood in high school.
And that's what fascinated me, that books, exhibits would be on Fort Pitt and George Washington, and I found all that fascinating.
Sure.
But I also wanted to know more about the places that seem to be everywhere but were disappearing. And really, if you think about all the topics I love, diners, drive-in theaters, Isley's, when we were younger, they were everywhere. And of course, before us, they really filled the mid-20th century. And then all of a sudden you look around and they're a rarity. And I just wanted to capture the stories of those people, waitresses and owners and even customers, and the buildings themselves. That all fascinated me. And glad to say at least there's more of an awareness and appreciation now. When I started, it was really looked down upon. Why do you want to bother with that greasy spoon or regular people? But in fact, little story, we had a Society for Commercial Archaeology, an exhibit at the History Center of Pictures in 1990 of roadside things. And I'll just say one of the wealthier people of Ligonier came in and looked around and said, "This is exactly the kind of trash we want to keep out of our town." And I knew I was on the right subject then.
So you're not making a lot of friends in the Ligonier Diamond, apparently.
I'd like to think that they've come around to appreciate small, these are small businesses, locally owned. And it was the same at Gettysburg when I started researching, and the preservation officer there, we since became friends. But at the time, he really looked down on these motels that had ruined the battlefield. But then shortly after that, Walmart moved in, and a Harley dealership. And then all of a sudden, these cute little motels were remnants of the tourist industry of the 1920s and 30s and 40s. And suddenly they were all being bulldozed for these parking lots. So the people who thought that this were junk have come around to saying, well, maybe it's not as bad as we thought.
Brian Butko is our guest right now. We're going to be talking to some of the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans in just a little while. If you are in the area of Renzi Park, within the sound of my voice, the Amish Outlaws are on the Lions Club bandshell stage right now, sounding really good. But unfortunately, for copyright reasons, we can't really bring you their concert. So that's why we've had our friends come in to talk a little bit about their work. Brian, do you have a website that people can reach out to you, can get your books, can learn more information?
Well, the Heinz History Center is the best place to find all my recent books. They have a great online shop, and some of them are on Amazon too, but we make almost no money from that because Amazon takes a big fee, and then the money goes to them. So it's a lot better you buy through the History Center or visit in person. It's free to go to the shop or the cafe, or even our library and archives is free. You can walk in there every day and use the library and archives for free. And if you want to see the rest, we ask that you pay the admission.
Sure.
But the shop is free. And my books on Kennywood and Luna and Isley's and Bettis Airport and Allegheny County Airport's in there too. They're all at the Heinz History Center. I
want to dive a little bit more into your book that you wrote with Sue Morris called Bettis, Where Pittsburgh Aviation Took Flight, which is a publication of the Heinz History Center. But I'm going to jump back to something you said early, because you first started to become prominent in both local circles and nationally with your research into the Lincoln Highway. Now, a lot of us drive Route 30 all the time, and there are signs that say Lincoln Highway or Lincoln Way. and we don't think much about that. But that was a crucial turning point in the history of America. What were things like before the Lincoln Highway was created?
Well, there were really no roads to go between towns. If you wanted to go a distance, you hopped on a train or an interurban, which is sort of a fancy trolley that would run, say, from Pittsburgh to Butler or Newcastle. And the only roads were really farm roads, so farmers could bring their produce into a central market. So it was actually in the late 1800s, the bicyclists were the first to want to go farther distances and promoted good roads. But, you know, it's an uphill battle, literally.
Why didn't they have roads?
Well, it just was no need.
Sure, because people didn't have cars.
Right.
You had maybe a horse if
Right.
you were wealthy,
Right.
or a horse and wagon.
Right.
And you went from your farm into the local
Right.
town.
Right.
You didn't go anywhere else.
Right.
Okay.
And once there were a few cars, the public didn't want to pay taxes for those few ritzy car
Sure,
drivers.
driving around in their Studebakers
And especially rural
whatever,
people
yeah.
didn't want it because cars would roar past. They would kill their chickens. They would
be going
throw their
upwards of
tin
20,
cans
30
out.
miles an hour sometimes.
Right. They called it the Devil's Wagon.
Sure.
So it was really tough until
I think we should bring that back. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The Devil's Wagon.
The Devil's. Well, I'm going out to my Devil's Wagon right now. It's out in the parking lot. Okay.
Well, I think it's come full circle. When I commute to and from the History Center,
You call them devil wagons? All right.
I'm going to start. Yeah,
Okay. Anyways, so I'm sorry to be flippant, but
Oh no, but 1912, Carl Fisher, who was sort of a they called him Crazy Carl, a big entrepreneur in the auto industry. In fact, he paved an oval with brick, and that brought the Indianapolis Speedway into being.
Okay.
He would later basically invent Miami Beach. Well, he also came up with the idea for a coast-to-coast rock highway. That would
Okay.
be the dream, 3,000 miles paved in stone. And Henry Joy from Packard got involved.
the Packard Motor Car Company, which was one of the prestigious car brands of the
It's
era.
good that you fill in these things
Yeah.
that I take for granted.
That's okay.
And his father was an associate of Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
To all these guys, Lincoln was a boyhood hero. And so he had the idea, why not name it after President Lincoln? We're trying to get a memorial together. And in fact, 1913 was the 50th anniversary of an awful lot of Civil War battles. There was a big push in the country to try and bind it back together. And so the Lincoln Highway Association was incorporated July 1st, 1913, the 50th anniversry of, does anybody out here know? I see a few hands in
Yeah,
the
a few
crowd.
hands. Not the same people all the time.
Yeah, you're right. It was the first day of the Battle of Gettysburg.
Okay.
So intentionally, at least in my opinion, they chose that day
Sure.
to incorporate the Lincoln Highway Association. And so it was a really big PR success that everybody got behind the idea that you could drive cross country. What it mostly was for a long time was wealthy white Easterners taking 2 months, driving across, writing a memoir about it. They took their tea sets along.
Sending little postcards and little picnics in Nebraska or wherever.
And when they reached the Pacific, well, first they dipped their tires in the Atlantic.
Sure.
Then they would dip them again when they reached the Pacific.
So it would take 2 months?
It would. At least one, usually two. And then they would put their car on a train, they'd get on a train, and they'd come back.
Come back in a couple of days.
So it shows how difficult it was. But the Lincoln Highway Association was really
interrupt you
trying
for a second.
to
You
pave
said
roads.
you said a paved with stone, like
Right.
crushed gravel?
Right.
Okay. And we take it for granted now that if we're driving to Cincinnati or Columbus or California, we're going to go on an interstate highway and it's going to be 4 lanes or 6 lanes or 12 lanes in some places, and the speed limits are going to be 65, 70 miles an hour for most of it. In some places, some states now have lifted speed limits altogether. This was not that highway in 1913.
No, not at all.
What are the conditions like? What are they? Pretty primitive.
Well, Henry Joy, his first time taking a Lincoln Highway out west, he got to Omaha, Nebraska, and he asked the Packard dealer, well, how do I go from here? I don't see a road. And they said, well, just follow those 2 tire tracks. When you get to a fence, open it and close it behind you and keep doing that. And Joy said, well, I opened one fence, did another, and pretty soon there were no fences. there were no trails.
Yeah.
You just headed to the next town, and that's why today people want to know exactly, well, which street is Lincoln Highway, where is
Sure.
the pavement. But back then it was, even around here from say Irwin to Grapeville, there wasn't necessarily a road. It's two towns, and it was up to the person to figure out how to get there.
Gotcha. Brian Butko give us your title again.
I am Director of Publications at the Heinz History Center.
For the Heinz History Center. And your most recent book is Bettis,
there we go.
Where Pittsburgh aviation took off. If we had a proper director, they would dolly the camera in here for you. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll have someone with the Rankin Junior Tamparitzans here to talk about their group. They're doing some fundraising. They also operate the Croatian booth here at International Village. How did the Lincoln Highway then lead to more modern highways that we have, such as what is often billed as America's first superhighway, the Pennsylvania Turnpike?
That's an excellent question.
Thank you. Sometimes I ask those.
Well, it was so popular that other people, other business owners, started forming highway associations.
Okay.
So William Penn Highway is an example.
Most of which is US 22.
Right.
Or
right.
at least follows US 22.
Right. And so they would paint their colors on phone poles. Lincoln Highway was red, white, and blue.
Okay.
But, if one road had 5 highway trails on it and all those colors, and now they're fading, it became a mess. And the government at first didn't want involved. By the 1920s, they realized they had to be.
Sure.
So in November 1926, they designated the federal highway system, which we still use today. It's the numbered highways.
Gotcha.
And that's all they did. They didn't put any money into improvements. All the
signs.
funds went into signs and maps, and so that's why Route 66 is celebrating its centennial this year. Well, all the numbered highways are celebrating 22, 30, and they were laid on top of existing roads. So the Lincoln Highway is sometimes Route 30, sometimes it goes through Irwin or Ligonier, and it's not Route 30, and out west it's even more convoluted.
Settle a bet for people. For people who are from the McKeesport area or White Oak or North Versailles, there's a road that goes from Circleville in North Huntington out to 5th Avenue in McKeesport, and it's called Lincoln Way. Is that the Lincoln Highway?
Excellent question.
Again, once in a while, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn.
You are leading right into the things I would cover.
Okay.
Well, and so it's a perfect question. And the Lincoln Highway was so popular, not only were they forming other road associations, but any town left off it. At first it was a booster, then the map comes out and they're miffed. So McKeesport, Homestead, they were pretty miffed that traffic was going right past them into East Liberty and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So they put up signs that said Lincoln
Way.
Right, and they named the road. They renamed the road Lincoln Way, put the Lincoln Way signs
to fool people, basically.
Right. And an awful lot of people were tricked into following it. And then they got into McKeesport, or as far as Homestead, and they were
completely lost.
Right,
because you're completely off the route now.
Right, there were no signs back to the route in Wilkinsburg.
Let's go from the road to the air, because one of the things you mentioned is that the federal government at first saw no role for itself in highways. Was it similar as aviation started to take off in Pittsburgh and elsewhere?
Definitely, and that's what I find fascinating about, as we did our research, say 1925 to 1930. 1925, Bettis is still farmland. It's not even named yet. They're landing planes and they're watching out for cows and fences and bumps. 1930, Curtis Wright already owns the airport. There's 2 gigantic hangars and a terminal and a cafeteria. They have air
Curtis
now.
Wright, as in Orville and Wilbur.
Right.
As in the Wright Brothers Aircraft Company.
And their main competitor, Glenn Curtis.
Gotcha.
They eventually merged their companies into Curtis Wright, which is still around today.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a Curtis Wright factory somewhere around here. But back to our point, that 5 years later, there was this major municipal airport that had airmail, had airlines, and they were already breaking ground on the Allegheny County Airport because Bettis wasn't nearly big enough. So somewhat akin to our own landing in the middle of social media or cell phones. That's how quickly life changed back then.
We're talking with Brian Butko. His most recent book is called Bettis, where Pittsburgh aviation took off. I said took flight, I think, but it took off. Let's talk about how primitive things were back in that era. I mean, again, we take for granted now that you got to the airport, get on a plane, and you've got a 99.999% chance of safely landing at your destination on time. Very few, we always hear it's safer than driving, flying in a plane. How about in 1920?
Driving was probably safer.
Driving probably wasn't that safe either.
Skydiving was safer.
Okay.
Yes.
Walking or riding your bicycle.
Right. Yeah, it was terribly dangerous. We did 50 really short chapters. That way, instead of reading a narrative, you can zoom in on, like, there's Workshop of the World, all about what happened at Pittsburgh, or Lindbergh's visit. Well, there's a chapter on crashes. The whole book could have been crashes because there's just so many. It's really tragic, including many of them were, people going up for the first time, young boys going up for a ride and the plane crashing. So it was pretty dangerous. At the same time, your question about regulation, well, they didn't have radios. There was no control tower. They didn't even have brakes. And when airmail started...
They didn't even have brakes?
No, you had to slow down enough to not run off the runway. But
good plan.
One of the airmail pilots that Clifford Ball hired from Pittsburgh to Cleveland was the airmail route. There was a stop in between at Youngstown, and how he knew he was there, because there's still, other than the glow of mills, you don't know where you're at. He would light a cigar when he took off, and when it burnt down to a certain point, he knew he would be over Youngstown at that point.
He'd better not change brands of cigars. That's just fascinating to me. That's absolutely amazing to me that's how they were navigating. They were basically looking for landmarks on the ground, or looking for, I know in Pittsburgh, the site of what became Century 3 Mall at the time was a slag dump, meaning they were dumping the waste from the steel mills there. And I've read in old-timey aviation magazines where they say, well, watch for the glow of orange, of the orange dump at Brown's Dump, and then you'll know you're near the Allegheny County Airport. That's how they were navigating.
And the challenge was, if these pilots were late or if it was dark and stormy, there were no lights on the runways yet. There was no control tower. The most they had were speakers for when Lindbergh landed, or the stunt pilots, so they could speak to the tens of thousands of people. But they hadn't worried yet about lighting the runways. It came eventually, but as you're saying, it was really just like the early days of the automobile or the internet.
Who was Bettis?
free-for-all.
Because if people know now in West Mifflin, Dravosburg, there is Bettis Atomic Power Laboratories, which is a federal government facility that is operated by contractors. In my kidhood, for most of my kidhood, it was operated by Westinghouse Electric, and it's gone through a couple of different part of the Nuclear Navy and Department of Energy research. And I think a lot of people probably assume Bettis was a nuclear engineer, or Bettis was an electrical engineer, or a famous chemist, and that's why they named the laboratory after him. Who was Bettis?
Well, Cyrus Bettis, or Cy, was on a path to be as famous as Lindbergh.
So he was a pilot.
Right, he was a pilot, and he had probably stopped at Bettis. They didn't keep records back then, but one of the things the government wanted to do, they were encouraging these locations to rename their airports after pilots, especially if there was tragedy involved. Well, in 1926, Cliff Ball, they had named the airport Pittsburgh McKeesport Airport.
Because it was between McKeesport and Pittsburgh.
It was.
That's a good
McKeesport
name.
Was a huge city back then, and it was on Pittsburgh McKeesport Boulevard.
Okay.
So it all made sense. McKeesport was really what they identified with at the time. And it was just a couple months after that Cy Bettis and some other flyers were returning to Selfridge Field from sesquicentennial celebration in Philadelphia to Michigan. And the Alleghenies
So it's a squadron of... He was a Army pilot?
Right,
U.S. Army
right,
pilot.
right.
Okay. No Air Force then?
Right,
Okay.
right. So they came to the Allegheny Mountains. They were known as the graveyard of Pennsylvania, or the graveyard Alleghenies, up near Penn State. And in the fog, he ended up running into the mountain. he lived to tell about it, that he found himself hanging upside down. His plane was in a tree. He let himself loose, but his leg was broken in 2 places, had cuts all over his face and arms. But he managed to crawl and using leaves for water, and it took him 40 hours to.
Good grief.
He got to a road where 2 boys were playing on a rural road and found him. They basically did the equivalent of life-flighted him back to Walter Reed Hospital, and he was doing fine. And so first we'll say, where are we at there?
There we go.
There's a picture in the book of Cy.
Of Lieutenant Cyrus Bettis of the U.S. Army.
Right. And then there's his logbook, and even, where are we at there?
Yeah, there you go. Sure.
Yeah, there it is. He even wrote in that he crashed, but and he was doing
honest.
Yeah, he was, and he was doing really well. And then one night he took a turn, and the next day he died from meningitis.
Good grief.
So all these pilots, they came to the dedication, and his fiance came, his sister came. They had,
and they renamed the field after Lieutenant Cyrus Bettis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's see here, one last thing here.
We're talking with Brian Butko. He is the author of numerous books about subjects such as the Lincoln Highway, Isley's, Kennywood, and his most recent book, written with Sue Morris, is called Bettis, Where Pittsburgh Aviation Took Off.
And there is, where are we at here? The program.
Yeah.
Wait, we're lower.
There you go.
We are. There we are. At the Penn McKee Hotel.
Okay.
For Bettis. And, of course, all the famous pilots, a lot of Army representatives, all the politicians, of course. And, those pilots knew that could have been them just as easily. So he was really a hero before and after. He had set speed records. And so it's unfortunate that his name has kind of faded away, his identity. But the name has stayed, and there's Bettis Road. And we're really happy with our book. We did, it took a couple years, but we actually got to give a talk to Bettis employees.
Okay.
A top secret facility, so you don't just
Just wander in there and take a look around.
Right.
They don't like that.
And don't stop on the road to take pictures. That's frowned upon too.
Yes.
But there are 2 big hangars left that Curtis Wright built in 1929.
And again, Curtis Wright was not a person. It was this
the
big aviation company that is still in business.
They built these giant hangars, and that is actually where basically the nuclear navy was invented, in these 2 hangars. As you said, Westinghouse bought it in 1949 to develop nuclear submarine engines. They had also went on to build Shippingport, first commercial
nuclear reactor. Yeah.
Right. And it continues. It's still growing.
There's a lot of construction happening up there.
Right. They've bought land on both sides. They're building a lot. They also have a postgraduate school there, giving degrees in nuclear technology. So it's really fascinating. It's there. It's funny that we have the county airport and Bettis plant, and I don't think we appreciate just how important both those are. We just zip past them.
We are going to have to let you go here in a couple of minutes, but you've mentioned a name, Clifford Ball, several times. Who is Clifford Ball? Because he's a figure that pops up a lot in stories about early aviation in the Pittsburgh area. In fact, I think Port Authority at one time had a bus named after him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all these guys came back from World War I needing jobs, and especially the pilots.
Well, they also came back from World War I, in many cases, if they had served in France or Germany, having seen how effective airplanes were.
Right. Yeah, literally, planes were already being used to go out and take photos of troops and come back. We tend to forget how technology is always used, of course, by the military first. Well, Cliff Ball came back, and his father gave him money that he used to set up a car dealership in McKeesport.
What kind of cars did they sell?
Hudson.
Okay.
And their minor make Essex.
Essex
and
Terraplane.
Right. It was right next to the police station. So
okay.
He knew all the cops. He knew all the tow truck drivers and the politicians. And so he became fascinated. He took a ride at Shenley Park in an airplane, and he had found out about the people that were starting to land up at Bettis Field and across the field where Doc Nason from McKeesport had built a mansion, still there across from the Bettis
The
Lab.
large, big yellow brick mansion? Yeah.
Right. So, and big stained glass window.
Was a restaurant, I think, at one time.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sonny's Mansion.
Okay.
We've heard lots of interesting late night stories about that. Well, nonetheless, Cliff Ball was the money man there. He brought the money into the investment. The farm was owned by Harry Neal, who stayed in investment, but when they all sold out to Curtis Wright, Ball started his own airline, which was growing already, and Harry Neal, the farmer, took his money and started what is now Jefferson Memorial Park.
The airline that Clifford Ball started, the lineage comes down to United Airlines, does it not? Yes. It was his Central Airlines or Pennsylvania Airlines? I don't remember. Well, I think it was Clifford Ball Airlines first.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and he kind of got pushed out because, of course, we even have a chapter of the Suits Move In that as soon as they saw...
As that always happens, doesn't it?
They could not interest Pittsburgh industrialists. I think the idea men of the late 1800s had moved on. These were their sons and grandsons.
Sure.
They're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden they saw the success of Cliff Ball and Airmail, and then they moved in quickly and pushed the originals out.
What are you working on these days, Brian? You mentioned you have another book about Kennywood coming out.
I do. At the History Center, we're doing a book on, I'm designing and editing a book on Meadowcroft Rock Shelter, the oldest site of human habitation. It's just,
down in Avella in Washington County.
Just an hour away from here, the country's most exciting archaeological site. And my own book is, I've done 2 books on Kennywood. And, you know, my dad used to say, Brian, why don't you write a book on Kennywood? I'm like, Dad, there's already books on Kennywood. Well, now I'm writing my 3rd. But it's the 3rd one of a trilogy. It'll have really amazing artwork and blueprints and listing everything that was at every location ever, trying to pin down those years, which is not as easy as you think. You think,
sure,
that ought to be easy. But, you know, not every ride and where it was located was put somewhere, and you can't just go to the internet and find it, you know. So it's a lot of fun. So that comes out next summer, and October 1st, a big exhibit a year from now at the History Center on regional amusement parks, including the ones that were right around here.
It runs in McKeesport area, Olympia Park, where Olympia Shopping Center is now, and Rainbow Gardens, which is where Oak Park Mall is now. Okay. And in between, you're finding the time to get out the award-winning magazine at the History Center.
Yeah, let's see. Here's
wait, he's got one of those too.
Oh, we have. So
what a guy.
There's last summer.
Pennsylvania history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Western Pennsylvania history. And then actually the current one is about the exhibit Planet Ice that has to do with the archaeology at Meadowcroft and the people that lived here during the Ice Age.
Brian, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I always enjoy it. I thank you for coming over to spend a little bit of time with us here at International Village. What did you buy here at International Village?
Oh, I've got some halushki, pierogies, and I'm hoping some desserts are left so I can take some home to the family.
Good deal. Brian Butko is Director of Publications at the Senator John Heinz History Center. You can find him on their website. You can just put books at the gift shop, at the History Center, rather, in the Strip District, or wherever finer books are sold. Always a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the Rankin Junior Tamparitzans and what they've been up to, including running the Croatian booth here at International Village. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage of the 66th International Village from Renzihausen Park in McKeesport. We will be right back.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Goganauer from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the old Daily News building.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com. And now, back to Renzi Park in McKeesport for live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.
All right, that's our live view of International Village. And if you wonder why there's nobody sitting there, it's because they're all sitting over in front of the band shell, because that's where the Amish Outlaws are playing. But we had good crowds here today and good weather. We're going to hope that tomorrow the rain holds off.
Right.
We've got a chance of thunderstorms in the forecast for tomorrow with a high of 78 degrees. Your overnight low for tonight, 64. And we're joined by Bobby Pollock with the Rankin Jr. Tamburitzins. Good evening, Bobby.
Good evening. How are you?
I am very good. It seems to me, and I have not counted, that we've had good crowds these last 2 days.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah,
okay.
We've sold out the first, like yesterday, everything we brought out here in anticipation of the day, we sold out with before it was even over. So, yeah, we're doing great.
International Village is in a new location. It's still in Renzi Park, but a different part of Renzi Park, about maybe 300 yards or so.
Right.
And it's organized different.
Right.
From I know you've spent most of your time in the booth probably, but Does it seem like the flow has worked?
I think so. I think, we were talking to our group. I mean, I think everybody was a little bit hesitant at first.
Sure.
It's new territory. You didn't know what to expect. I think all in all, I think everybody likes where it is here now. I think there is more room to spread out. I think it's laid out very nice. I love the tent that like shelters you from the sun or the rain. Hopefully it doesn't come by.
Hopefully it doesn't rain.
But I mean, it's nice to be able to eat under a tent and not have to worry about the elements. So I think everybody likes it.
So talk with us about the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans. How long have they been around?
Over 60 years.
Okay.
We started out as just a dance group back in the early 60s. We were just like kolo dancing. That's like the Croatian circle dances, and then we added tambura instructions after that, which is like the national instrument of Croatia. There's a whole family of instruments. They call them just tambura. So we started with that, and we've been around ever since. We teach the children traditional Croatian folk dancing as well as and music, and we do other countries too. We do Bulgaria, a lot of the former Balkan countries. We do all those. We teach them everything. So we teach a little bit of everything in the group.
Who sponsors the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans?
It's our group. It's a parents. We have a parents organization that, they bust their rear ends to make the money. I mean, it's great to work with their hard.
I didn't know if it was originally sponsored by a church or the social club.
No. I mean, some of the groups are sponsored by lodges, but from everything I know, Rankin just started out, like I said, as a kolo group within the Rankin Croatian Home. That's our club in Rankin, which is going to be 100 years old this year. But
nice, very good.
So so we're getting ready to celebrate. I'm the president of the club as well. Okay. So. But they started, just with those, I think parents just getting together, they want their kids to be able to do that. So, so there's a parents organization, and they've been, like, ever since, like I said, the early 60s, they've been, whatever we needed to do. Like 2 years ago, we went to Croatia for 2 weeks. We were able to take those kids on 2-week tour and airline fare, whoever wanted to go, for free. Because not for free, the parents worked for it.
Yeah, sure.
We paid for everybody, so yeah. They work hard, our pierogies. This is one of our big fundraisers. So they're always selling something. So so that's how we keep our group going. So
and Bobby Pollock is with the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans. How can people reach out to you?
We have a Facebook page.
Okay.
We're also on Instagram. If you look up Rankin Junior Tamburitzans.
Okay.
That's the easiest way. I'm trying to think if there's we don't really have an email, but we have the Facebook page and Instagram is probably the easiest.
And so 66 years.
Yeah.
Probably back in the early days, there were a lot of people who were first and second generation Americans who maybe mom and dad or the grandparents had come over from Croatia.
Right, yeah.
I'm assuming that's not as much the case now.
No, not at all. Like I would say right now, none of the children in the group are first generation. None of them speak Croatian as a second language. So, we teach them, we give them the words, and we give them the meaning. So it's hard to get. But they do a really good job with understand, because we want them to understand what they're singing, and everything like that, and what the dances mean. So we give them that little bit of background, and then we, the words and everything, so they understand what they're saying. But like I said, we don't really have any fluent Croatian speakers in the group right now.
I guess two obvious questions would be, number one, do you have to be from Rankin to join the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans?
Absolutely not. We have children from as far out as Irwin, North Hills, like out in city of Pittsburgh, Regent Square. We're all over the place. I think back in the day, there were probably at least 12, 13 junior groups throughout the area. Now there's not that many left, but
Trafford, I believe. I
think Trafford. They unfortunately they closed. It was probably around COVID when they closed. Okay. The only ones that are really left around Pittsburgh right now, we have Rankin Juniors, the Duquesne Junior Tamburitzans. They used to perform here sometimes. There's Jadran, which is in out by Aliquippa. And then there's also the St. Nick's, they're a Serbian group, things like that. But there's really not. But one time they used to call it the Dudafa. They were the Duquesne University Tamburitzan Institute of Folk Arts. They used to call it their community schools. There were 10 of our groups that were together. That's been dissolved, so now we're pretty much.
And the Tamburitzans themselves are independent now from Duquesne.
they've completely evolved into a different kind of. They're still the same traditions, but it's not the same structure of everything.
We're talking with Bobby Pollock from the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans. A tamburitzan is someone who plays a tambura.
A tambura, right?
A tambura is a stringed instrument. It's sort of a guitar.
Right. Yeah. If you wanted to, there's tambura.
Is it close to a guitar, or are there other things?
Well, there's a rhythm instrument that's called a Bulgaria. That'll play the chords and everything. That's how we keep our rhythm. There's a bass, like a slap bass.
Yeah.
Actually, it could be a tambura bass. They play with a pick. it's a big stand-up bass, and then there's the Bugatti, and then the other instruments are more, something like you would think like the violin parts in a big orchestra. So they play more of the melodies and the harmonies, but like the rhythms are played. Like the thing you think about a guitar typically is like the more rhythm instruments, the Bugatti and the bass. They keep the rhythm of the music.
Okay. And when do the kids start out?
We have kids as young in the group as 4 years old right now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The friendships you make. Like I had friends in high school, but then at school itself, but then you have this other group of kids that, they're from, like I said, they're all over the place. So you have this other group of kids who I consider more like they're friends, but they're also family. And I think that's where it is, and it's also preserving your heritage. I think that's one of my most important things. And it also has to be fun. The kids have to have a good time doing it. I mean,
oh sure.
Some people are a little bit more strict. We want the kids to put on a great performance, but if the kids aren't having fun, they're not going to stay in the group. So we try to do things to keep them interested. Like we don't only do heavily as our performance, but we also teach them folk arts too. We do Ukrainian Easter egg classes around Easter. At Christmas, a lot of times they're called Listatarsko Srce. They're traditional Croatian. They were made out of gingerbread. They're hearts. They decorate those, and a lot of people use them to decorate their Christmas trees. So we try to teach them the customs as well. And
do most of the kids who join the Junior Tamburissons have some Eastern European heritage?
Yeah, most of them do. There are some that don't, but most of them do, like whether it be Slovak or Hungarian.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say every single one of them is Croatian right now, but a lot of them, they're mostly Eastern
A lot
European.
of us, it being America, we're mutts.
Yeah,
We're a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Like that's me. I'm not even Croatian.
I'm
Slovak, Hungarian, and Carpatho-Russian.
Okay.
And we joined the group, I just think, because I did live in Rankin. I still do. And I think my father and my mom, they were associated with the club, so that's how we started in the group. So.
How long has the Rankin Junior Tamburissons been participating in International Village, do you know?
Well, back when I was in the 80s, I know we were the Croatian group back then.
Okay.
Then we left for several years. I'm trying to think when we came back. When we came back as Croatia for a while, probably in the 90s, I would say. And then we left again, then we came back in the early 2000s as Slovenia.
Okay.
And then there was the Sacred Heart Juniors from McKeesport.
Yep.
They were the Croatian booth, and I think when the group broke up, we took over as the Croatian booth. In fact, the dancers on the outside of our booth those are original to the Croatian booth, probably. Yeah, they're old.
What is the attraction? What keeps you guys coming back all the time?
Here, I just think it's a tradition for us. We like making the food. Like that's one of our big fundraisers. I mean, for us, like some other groups have lottery tickets. Like we did Lika for the. So we made sure the costumes are for that area. You don't want to not represent that area or any culture incorrectly. So I do a lot of it, but I made a lot of the costumes.
Okay.
And other things we've acquired from people who have donated to us, and so we try to keep everything authentic as possible. Like the ones we wore for this show, if you looked at them, they were not light costumes. They were all wool and woven because that was a mountain region. So you have to think of those kind of.
That's hard
socks.
To dance in August.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but they did it. So.
Yeah.
But like the shoes we bought this past year were from Lika. They were that's kind of get really nitpicky when you start picking the shoes and everything. But the shoes are different. They're instead of having the leather front on them, they were actually made from almost like the sinew from the animals. So they have almost white front on them, and that's we were actually ordered them from Croatia in February, and they were delivered in late May. So we ordered 30 pairs of them. So there's not too many people that make them either. So we had to we knew of a maker over there, so we had him send all the kids' shoes. You had to convert the shoe sizes to European sizes, and then we upped it a little bit because we didn't want them to not fit them for more than 1 year. So then that's how we did that. Yeah.
Bobby Pollock is with the Rankin Junior Tamburissons. We're going to keep him for a couple of more minutes. I know you've got a lot of cleanup to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You got preparation to do for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we do appreciate you coming over at the end of the evening like this. How often do these kids get together and practice?
We practice once a week on Monday nights from 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
We always call it Croatian time because some people. It says 6:30. We usually don't start till 6:45 by the time everybody gets there. And then usually around the concert, we'll throw in some extra rehearsals like on a Sunday, or we call them workshops. We'll do like
This is a time commitment for kids.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, that's what makes you like feel great about the kids. They want to spend this time to do it.
Right.
And it's fun, but it's also, preserving like I think so many people in this world today, like they don't think like. I think it's important to know where you came from.
Sure.
And appreciate that, and like you want to keep those traditions alive for the next generation, the next one, and so I think these kids are doing a great job with doing that.
What age to what age is a junior tambourine?
Junior tambourine, we'll take it we'll take them as long as 4. Like
Okay.
that's the youngest in our group. We have a
Yeah.
4-year-old, and then they can stay in the group until they are 21 years old.
Okay.
And then there are several adult groups throughout the area that. So when the kids are no longer, if they're too old to be in the junior group, we'll send them to the adult group.
For the younger kids, they need to have a parent or guardian, I'm assuming, with them?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the parents bring them to rehearsal. They have a monthly parent meeting where they discuss things like International Village
Yeah.
or what we're going to do for fundraisers, or we have a concert coming up in mid-November. I can't think of the date right now. I'm going
That's okay.
crazy, but we have our annual concert, so they have to prepare everything for that. Like, who's going to make the food? How are we going to make the food? Who's our guest group going to be? And we always have it at the Rankin Croatian home, but it's all the little details of that have to be worked out, like a program book and everything like that. So,
do many of the kids play other instruments in addition to the tambura? Like, for instance, are they in their school band?
yeah,
or-
I mean, I want to say everyone, and probably
Yeah.
at least half the kids play another
Yeah.
instrument. Yeah.
Okay. And have many of your kids gone on to either become music majors, either at Duquesne or one of the other schools?
Some schools, yeah, some of them music, but I think one of the most things I'm proud of, like the vast variety. Like, I have students that were going on to be nurses and
Sure.
artists, and it's just I think it's really cool to think that I played like one little part in that. Bringing up that child and making them appreciate something. So,
And final couple questions before I let you
Yeah.
go back to your booth. Is there an alumni organization? Do the kids stay together as they grow into
we
adulthood?
don't have like an actual like a formal alumni.
Yeah, but
like,
do they keep in touch?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think there's actually like like an Instagram or like a Facebook like thing. They call it the Wolf Pack apparently in Rankin. I don't know. I'm not
All
part
right.
of it, but
All right.
but they have that. We try to get the alumni. We'll call everybody back that we. Still keeps in touch with us, and we'll try to we have anniversary concerts, like our 50th.
Yeah.
They'll do like a dance and a song as part of the concerts. We do try, and they support us too. And like right now, I'm teaching children are probably the first children I taught when I first started teaching. So
Okay.
it's like that's the one thing about our group that's I think it's so cool. Like we're like a family. We stick with Rankin. It's always been Rankin. It's always going to be Rankin. So.
Last question. Tell us about the Rankin Croatian home. What activities you're involved in?
Rankin Croatian home. It's we actually started out as more like I don't want to say like a fraternal organization
Sure.
that supported people when they first came
Mhm.
to the United States. So they were like their sense of, some people that were like them,
Yeah.
like back in the day. So there was the formal, the older home was like a smaller building, and
Yeah.
then in the 20s they built this Croatian home in Rankin. It's there's an actual members bar down in
Mhm.
the basement, and then there's 2 floors above. The first floor is like a social hall, and the top room is like a ballroom. And like we do different dances. There used to be a bingo there at one point. I'm trying to think of other.
Yeah.
The bar itself sustains you. I mean, we do stuffed cabbage dinners. We'll go out and do Irwin days and things like that.
And again, do you have to be Croatian to join the
No,
Croatian home?
absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
How can they get more information about that?
Through the rank. It's
Through the Junior
easy-
Tammies.
Junior Tambourines.
So find the Rankin Junior Tamburitzins on Facebook or Instagram.
Right.
And click the contact
Yep,
information.
exactly.
And someone will get back to you.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Oh, you know what? Rankin has a Facebook. Rankin Club has a Facebook.
The Rankin
page.
Club has a Facebook page.
Yep.
Okay, so Rankin Croatian Club, you can find on Facebook if you want more information. Congratulations on a great sale. I did hear some questions about the lamb.
Yeah. That's a hard one for us because, like, our lamb bill back when we stopped doing it, the lamb for the 3-day, our bill to the lamb roaster would be almost $10,000. So if you have a rainy day and you don't sell the lambs that day, that's not just your profit on the lamb. That's your profit
for the whole event.
Entire. So we just decided it's not worth our.
Yeah.
It's not worth the risk because now
Yeah.
lamb's $27 a pound.
Oof.
So yeah, it's a lot. So
Mary had a little lamb. Mary must have some money.
Yeah, she must have some money now, right? So that's why we don't do it. I mean, I know like the For Sales Croatian Club down
Yeah.
the road, they do sell lamb during.
But they probably have reservations. They want you to order.
Yeah. Anybody that doesn't anymore, they do a pre-order only.
Gotcha.
Because you don't want to take the risk.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Bobby Pollock is from the Rankin Croatian Home and the Rankin Junior Tamburitzans. They are the sponsors of the Croatian booth here at International Village and have been for many years with a couple of gaps.
Yeah.
Bobby, thank you so much for coming over to talk with us.
Thank you for listening.
And thank you all for tuning in. When we come back, we're going to bring you a little bit of the flavor of the Amish Outlaws and try not to get in trouble right after this.
Live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Dan Goganauer from the 35th District here in McKeesport. It's International Village Week. Hope to see you there. If you guys could please swing by, check out all the great food, all the great entertainment. And as always, my office is here to serve you. Swing by with any PennDOT-related service, tax rent rebates, anything that we might be able to help you with. We'll be there, 409 Walnut Street at the Old Daily News Building.
Support for this broadcast from McKeesport International Village comes in part from EOS Studio Arc. EOS is a licensed architecture and engineering firm with a focus on building preservation and sensitivity to the surrounding community. EOS works with clients to develop innovative and cost-effective design solutions that meet their needs. EOS works on both small and large construction, renovation, and remodeling projects for residential and commercial clients, as well as municipalities and nonprofit organizations. EOS is located at 2006 Noble Street in Swissvale. For more information, eos-studioarc.com or 412-342-8338.
Hey, I'm State Senator Nick Piscitano. This week is International Village Week in McKeesport's Renzi Park, one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. Make sure you come out and support International Village, one of the most unique events in our area. Other places don't have things like this, and it's a very, very cool event that stretches back many, many years in the history of the Mon Valley. And so very excited to support the event. Looking forward to seeing you at the Village this year.
Protecting your home, providing for your family, resolving disputes, growing your business, supporting your loved ones in their time of need. These are the most important decisions in your life. Get expert guidance from the law firm that specializes in helping people like you. Trust Kreenan & Bukowski, PC. With offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, Kreenan & Bukowski provides a full range of legal services, provided by attorneys who are recognized as leaders in their fields. Whether it's building or buying a home, writing your will, planning your estate, or settling a dispute, at Kreenan & Bukowski, you'll find attorneys committed to helping you navigate the law and achieving your goals. And if you own a small business, Kreenan & Bukowski offers a subscription-based corporate compliance plan that will guide you through complex and shifting federal and state requirements at a price you can manage. Whether you're writing a will or starting a business, turn to the law firm that specializes in helping clients just like you. Turn to Kreenan & Bukowski, 412-675-0940 or cbattorneys.com.
You're listening to live coverage of International Village from Renzi Park in McKeesport. TubeCityOnline.com.
Okay, it's 8:39 here at International Village in McKeesport. Dan Doherty was over at the Lions Bandshell. He was taking some video of the Amish Outlaws. We can't bring you the whole show, but we can bring you a little bit of the flavor. You can probably hear in the background. The band sounds great. And they got a big crowd over there, Dan. What's all the seats packed?
Oh, it's packed all the way up and down. Ton of people on the dance floor, very engaged crowd, lots of energy.
And that is the first time they've played this area. And it looks like there's a lot of interest, and I think they brought some of their own people in.
Yeah,
some
there
of
are quite
fans.
a few people. The one point the guy asked, "This is the first time seeing us? How many people saw us before?" And quite a few people said they saw before, and they're a very energetic crowd. They're not just sit and listen. They're out in the crowd. They're pulling people up to dance, dancing with folks. They seem to really enjoy it.
I was asked to mention that the Renzi Rose Garden is open until 8 o'clock each night during International Village. Tomorrow is the final night of this 66 International Village. There is also a flower and craft sale in the Garden Club clubhouse. That is every day from 3 until 7 p.m. And that is directly across from where International Village is this year, at the corner of Tulip Drive and Eden Park Boulevard. Also, the McKeesport Regional History and Heritage Center is open each night until 9 o'clock. We had Tim Coons from the Heritage Center on earlier. And he said he's getting a lot of first-time visitors, people who had never been there before. Tomorrow, your main stage entertainment. Right now, there is no entertainment on the main stage because everybody's over watching the Amish Outlaws. Tomorrow, those seats are going to be filled like they were yesterday, I predict. Pravod Rojaki, representing the Austrian booth, at 6 o'clock. At 6:30, it's the Pittsburgh Slovakians. The FAAP Filipino dancers at 7. The Lacanici Polish dancers, who always are extremely popular here. That's at 7:30. And the Alpen Shoe Platters close out the night from 8 until 9. Over at the Lions Bandshell, the Mikey D Band will be playing for polka music and dancing pleasure. That should be a good time. Mikey and George were strolling the grounds tonight between 4 and 7 to give people some live entertainment. Dan was over at the Lions Bandshell. Let's see if we can bring some of that in. Let's see if this works.
Friend of mine, Riverview Chevrolet, Jared Candelar is with us and one of the sponsors to help make this free, the concerts, just put everything together. So Jared, thank you so much.
Thanks everybody for coming out. I see a lot of customers out there, so we were able to do something, give back to the community a little bit. We wanted to make sure. I saw this band about 5 times now and they're unbelievable. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I do.
All right, without further ado, here's your Amish Outlaws. Let's go.
seen us? Oh Lord, we're back again. Brothers and sisters, everybody say, I got a big favor, show you how. I got a question for you, can you answer now? It's infected. Am I original? Am I the only one? Am I sexual? No way. Am I ever thinking rock your body, everybody? Yeah, rock your up in the air. Like you just don't care. You want a part of my head, yeah. You got it going on again. Am I original? Am I the only one? Am I sexual? No way. Am I ever Yes, yes. Is this your car now? Oh, there's a lion, there's a tiger. Where's the bear? Anybody? Is there a statue here for that? Quick question. How many of you people are seeing this band for the first time? The rest of you have seen us before? And you're all still sitting down. That's not nice. How are you going to show the new people? It was a long ride. You know this song? You want to sing it? This was a state in the somewhere I find. I know it's hard sometimes. Pieces of peace in the sun's peace divine. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I might go about the end just way too much, but it's fun to fantasize. My enemies are wonder which who it was. But baby, you know what? Give me a drink. You surrounded. Give me a drink. Now, I don't care where yins are from or how old yins are. Wow, multiplying up here like rabbits. You all know this. Sing along. You got nowhere to hold, nowhere to hold, nowhere to walk away, nowhere to ride. You never count your money. Sitting at the table, they'll be time to have bill. When you need the sun, now you got nowhere to hold, nowhere to hold, nowhere to walk away, nowhere to run. You never count your money. You're sitting at the table, they'll be time to have bill. When you need the sun, you're silent. Been kind of Joe, been married a long time ago. You got from where to go, where did you come from?
All right, so you got a little bit of the flavor of the Amish Outlaws. We couldn't bring you the whole concert, but thank you, Dan, for going over there and doing some video for us. Sounds like they have wrapped up over there.
Not sure. I thought they were going a little longer.
Well, it's 8:56, so. What else to tell you about? I think we've told you about everything we needed to tell you about this evening. Pretty fun International Village. We were talking, Dan and I here off the air, that, since COVID, I don't know that there's been another one this good since at least COVID, and you think even going back even further than that.
Oh, absolutely.
How many years have you been going to International Village?
Oh, you have to be a good 20, 25 years.
Okay. You grew up in the area?
Oh, yeah, born and raised in McKeesport.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was thinking with the students going back to school, I was thinking about my freshman year at college. Was one of the first times I missed International Village.
Wow.
And even then, I was able to listen to it on another radio station that used to broadcast here that we were just talking about, that does not broadcast International Village anymore. So I was able to follow it, so when I got a little homesick, I could pick it up on the radio at least, but yeah, I think that's the only year that I did not make it to International Village here. And of course, the one negative about International Village as a kid is when International Village comes around, you know that school is about to start. Or in this case, this year, a lot of districts have already gone back.
Yeah, quite a few of them have gone back. I think McKeesport goes back next week.
What were some of the things that you've sampled here this year so far?
Oh, let's see. I sampled the pierogies, kibasi sauerkraut sandwich, smoothies, some French fries. Tried a little bit of everything.
And some Alka-Seltzer on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's coming up.
Well, I hope it's not coming up. Tell us about the White Oak Rotary that you were involved with.
Pretty involved with. We're doing a lot of things to get ourselves out in the community. We're doing a lot of community awareness type events. Like last month, we wrapped up a mini golf outing.
Okay.
You see all kinds of community organizations. Everybody does golf outing, schools, scholarships. So our current president, actually my wife,
Okay.
She came up about 3 years ago. She said, I want to do something community-oriented to get people to know what we are and what we do. So we did a mini golf outing.
Okay.
Out of Kerber's, $20. Get golf, get ice cream, get your Kerber's.
And what are some of the projects that the Rotary takes care of?
Our biggest project we do each year is we just had our scholarship golf outing the end of July. Last year we gave out 21 scholarships to students.
Wow.
Over the years we formed in 2010. So since then we give out $1,000 scholarships. We've given out 268.
Okay.
Our biggest other thing we do a lot of ramps.
Handicapped ramps, wheelchair ramps. Yeah.
We have quite
accessibility.
Quite a few people that are mechanically inclined.
Okay.
Type of guys that'll go out and go, okay, we go here and it goes 6 feet that way, 4 feet that way, up and down. They just look at it. Right now we're working with the McKeesport Community Gardens, right down on Walnut Street.
Yep.
They're planter boxes. Over the years, the weather's just kind of worked them down a little bit. We're going to rebuild those. And tomorrow night, instead of a meeting, we're going down to Pet Supplies Plus in White Oak, and we're going to sponsor a pet adoption night.
We have a story that will be at our website, Tube City Almanac, tubecityonline.com/almanac, that Leslie Savitsky has just written about how the local animal shelters are getting crushed. She talked to White Oak Animal Safe Haven. She talked to the shelter up in North Versailles. They have a real problem. I'm previewing the story that Leslie wrote. You'll get to read it tomorrow. That people are just dropping unwanted animals there without appointments. Their cages are full. The foster homes are full. They can't handle anymore, and they're just really begging the community, A, stop doing that, and B, have your pets spayed and neutered.
Is what I've read on some of their Facebook posts. People are just dropping them. And, and it's not a 24/7 operation down there.
No.
There may be somebody there till 10 o'clock, but they might not be back till 6, 7 at night. And to walk the dogs, and you might see a cat in a box when you get there.
So make sure to read our story tomorrow at Tube City Almanac, tubecityonline.com/almanac. Leslie talked to a bunch of the local animal shelters. This is becoming a real problem in the Montauk area. If people would like to join the White Oak Rotary, how do they get in touch with you?
You can go on our website, whiteoakrotary.com. We're also on Facebook. That's the two best ways to get a hold of us. During most of the year, we meet at Penn State Greater Allegheny on Thursday evenings. The summer, we take advantage of weather like this. We do a lot of off-site meetings.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, we had a local gentleman who does fishing. So we joined up with a couple other Rotary clubs, and we met down on the river, and he talked about his fishing charters and river conditions and the fish and whatnot. You mentioned the animal shelter. That was a project we did in 2020. If you look on the left-hand side, that little addition enclosure, we built that.
Okay.
They call it a catio. It's basically it's an addition room with a lot of screens.
Yeah.
So they get a lot of feral cats.
Yep.
That are dropped. So they could put the cats out there, so it gives them that outside feeling without the runaway feeling. And that was something we tore down what was there, and we built that from the ground up 6 years ago.
And do you have to be from White Oak to join the White Oak Rotary?
Nope. You could join from. You can join from. We have several members live in North Huntington.
Sure.
A couple live in Port View.
Okay.
One I think lives in Elizabeth.
Yeah. And you just what are the requirements to join?
Reach out to us, fill out an application, and we can just give you the rundown and everything we do.
It's not like joining the Water Buffalo Lodge and the Flintstones or anything like that, or what was the one that Ralph Cramden and Art Carney were in?
Oh, you're tasking my memory.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I remember the Water Buffaloes a lot easier.
A lot easier for the Flintstones. All right, Dan Doherty is currently district treasurer, I believe.
And I'm the club treasurer. My wife is treasurer. She's our current. My wife Autumn's our current president.
So find White Oak Rotary Club on Facebook or just Google them and find out about some of the projects that you guys are working on.
Absolutely, we always have something going on.
But thank you for doing some video over there for the Amish Outlaws.
Absolutely.
We are going to sign off for the evening. We will see you tomorrow about 5:30, 6 o'clock here on YouTube. And we appreciate very much the support we got this year from Creedon and Bukowski attorneys with offices in McKeesport and Murraysville, EOS Studio Arc in Swissvale, State Representative Dan Gogenauer, and State Senator Nick Piscitano. Thank you so much. Along with Dan Doherty, I'm Jay Thurber. Take care. So long for now.
From Renzi Park in McKeesport, this is live coverage of International Village from TubeCityOnline.com.